Well, I've been waiting all day for Sunday night. I believe that we are live here on YouTube, Anthony Ramoz.
Hell yeah.
Richie Chin, they can probably sort of hear us right now.
What up, what up?
There's a little bit of sound playing. I'm going to pause the audio. I'm going to hide this. And we are 100% live, as far as I can tell, here on YouTube. We've got Richie Chin, we've got Anthony Ramoz sitting here with me. I've been waiting all day for Sunday night, Anthony Ramoz. How are you feeling?
Dude, I can't wait to watch the Battle of the Mid tonight. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
The Battle of the Mid, are you talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers going up against the Las Vegas Raiders? In Las Vegas, I'd be interested to see how many fans are in town rooting for the home team versus the away team. We all know that Steelers fans tend to travel pretty damn well.
I saw a lot of them in the crowd already.
Yeah. Will today be similar?
towels.
Will today be different? Only time will tell. I'm off mic. Miles Francis is on mic. How you doing, Miles?
Good, dude. Glad to be back here in the studio to talk about football with you.
Yeah, we're in Stu. Miles Francis is a perennial character on this show. This will be Richie's first time on the show. How are you feeling, buddy?
Good, dude. Popping the cherry. Let's go.
Yeah, happy to have you aboard. Happy to have you on with us today for the first time. We're trying to shoot things a little bit differently today, so you know we'll kind of see how it goes. I feel like we need to cut Anthony out a little bit more.
I agree. He should pretty much be off every show he's a part of.
It's better to just listen to. He's kind of like on the listening only podcast, you know?
Yeah. Dude, you said if I stand up, my head gets cut off, right? 'Cause, like...
Oh, yeah, which reminds me, Miles needs to remind me to refresh that screen.
I'm glad I reminded you to remind me to remind you. Yeah, dude. That did feel like a win for me. I agree.
Are you gaslighting right now?
Is that gaslighting or like reverse gaslighting? I don't really know how that works.
No, I don't know. It's gaslighting or reverse psychology.
Yeah.
Yeah, same shit.
And if you're watching in hindsight, we will get you in sync with the game. We're just watching the pre-game right now. The Miami Dolphins scored 70 points today. Does anyone want to talk about that?
They just played Tua's Madden
I wanna
game
say-
on the ESPN today is all it was.
Go ahead, Anthony Ramos.
I want to say real quick, fucking, if you go back and watch the draft that we did, first of all, you guys were shitting on my team and everything, like, oh, he had a bad draft, and then second to last round, I picked Raheem Mostert. And I remember you going, well, that was a bad pick.
Definitely sounds like something I would say after watching someone draft Raheem Mostert in a redraft league. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was a really dumb pick, but hey, sometimes it works out for you. No,
Yeah,
I'm just
man.
kidding. Like, you know, obviously, also Devin A-Chain ran for like 150 and 2 touchdowns or something like that.
I thought about picking him up, but it's like, dude, I already have Raheem Mostert. I don't need another Miami running back.
You don't need 2 stupid picks?
Yeah.
You got 2.
And we are we are recording live here in Dallas, Texas, where we have some thunderstorm warnings. One of our buddies who has been on the show before, Spencer O'Neill, left here in a scooter.
Scooting home.
Any update from him? Did he make it?
I don't know. It started to rain immediately once we got outside, once I walked him outside.
I heard some banging, but I'm not opening my door.
What is a scooter if not a lightning rod with a battery pack on it?
Well,
A hypercharged lightning rod, yeah.
in my neighborhood, that's the least of his worries, is the weather here in Dallas, Texas. There's loud noises going on in the background as well. People walking by with videos or whatever. How's everyone's fantasy teams doing today?
Oh,
Miles Francis.
I'm doing fantastic. I know you
I've
are.
got the same story of my entire season. One league I'm dominating, and the other I'm getting destroyed.
Same as me. I have one league that I lose every single year after year, just to atone for my fantasy football sins that I make up for in the rest of my drafts. Richie, are you on any fantasy football leagues?
Yeah, I'm in 2 leagues. The way this is shaping up, I'm probably going to be 2-1 in both of them, so I can't complain.
I have a premise I'm working on. It turns out in my fantasy league against comedians, I'm absolutely crushing. But in my fantasy leagues against people with real jobs, I am getting my ass kicked. I feel like that joke writes itself.
Yeah, but see, for me, it's the opposite. Because
Yeah, that's right.
the league that I'm in with comedians in, I suck, and I suck year after year. And the league that I am in with regular, good old-fashioned people with jobs.
I will point out though that you do make a decent income, and I'm funny, so that kind of tracks.
They're both right. You're both right. Look at that.
You don't know how much I make. It's not that much. Oh, this house is just a facade. It's good credit. It's good
Well,
credit.
if you look at the neighborhood, then it makes a little more sense.
Yeah. Yeah, if you just saw the Zillow listing, you'd be like, how the hell did you get this for what you got it for? But
Just don't click the map button.
yeah, don't rotate
Don't
across
zoom
the
out,
street.
dude.
Oh, no. Man, you kind of had some stuff popping up over there, those townhomes and stuff, right down the street. A Malcolm X over there.
Yep.
Yeah.
What was going on this side of the party? They'll have block parties, like legit block parties.
They had like 2 going on when I drove by.
Oh, really?
That's badass. That's badass. Block
that-
parties are a lot of fun.
That will happen. That will happen out here on Starks Avenue.
Who do you got winning tonight, Jamie?
Who do I have winning tonight? I gotta go with the Raiders. I think Devontae Adams is just gonna be able to do a little bit more than this anemic Matt Canada offense that we've been grown accustomed to for the Steelers. Although the Steelers beat the Browns, and the Browns looked really good today. But I think what that is just Deshaun only gonna be able to play at home this year. Is just at the end of the day, that's what's gonna happen.
They're playing the most handsome man in all of America.
J.J. Watt.
No, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh,
You have a very specific type, sir.
Yeah, like himbo, like fucking.
Yeah, I think Jimmy Garoppolo is cute. But speaking of hot men in the NFL, Travis Kelce went ahead and had Taylor Swift up in the booth up in Arrowhead.
They had the Taylor Swift buff all game. That's why they beat the dog shit out of the Bears.
Yeah, I mean, if you have Taylor Swift in the stadium, it's going to be a tough look if you get beaten by the worst team. Also, really good timing out of Travis Kelce inviting Taylor Swift at that game, because you just knew that the Chiefs were going to, even if Travis Kelce has a bad game, the Chiefs are just going to absolutely blow out the Bears, which is exactly what we saw here in the 3 o'clock time slot, which honestly sucked.
Yeah.
Like I had hosted a party today at this house prior to this podcast being filmed live on YouTube and on Facebook, and most of y'all showed up like during the 3 o'clock games, and it was just
Snoozers.
like kind of over before it even started. Absolute swing and a
Or a
miss.
complete shocker, like the Cowboys Cardinals.
I was gonna say.
That was
you didn't
hilarious.
even know how to watch it, dude. That was like.
You kept on rubbing your eyes when you were watching it. Like, am I seeing this right? Like, the Cardinals are dominating every aspect of this game.
Which no one would have bet on. No one.
I definitely didn't bet on it.
No.
I think Andrew Hong on the gambling podcast did recommend the Cowboys minus like 10.5, which was dead at like the first quarter. Josh Dobbs.
They stopped them twice in the red zone too.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh,
right?
hey, refresh the thingy.
Oh, good call, Anthony Ramos. We're
Good
gonna go
job, Miles.
Thanks, dude.
Thanks for reminding me to remind him.
It's just like a
I know my
AOE
role and I
effect,
play
you know.
well, yeah.
We're gonna refresh the scoreboard for y'all at home so you can see along with us exactly where we are in the game. And it's not refreshed yet, so we're gonna have to remember to do it again in the near future. I'm also off mic, so they can't really even hear me saying this. We'll have to come back. Alright, Miles, chance for redaction in like 120 seconds.
First commercial break.
Yeah, okay, so we are sitting here live on YouTube and on Facebook. Najee Harris in the backfield. Rumors of Jalen Warren. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Rumors that Jalen Warren will get a few more snaps today. Najee Harris breaks a couple tackles to avoid a loss on the play and ends up skirting up the sideline for about 5 yards. Kenny Pickett, probably one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL this season operating.
He looks good in this little promo, though.
I like that his hair
I
is
think he's
pushed
actually
back.
doing better than Joe Burrow currently.
Yeah, probably.
Damn.
Joe Burrow
man.
might not even freaking play this week. Matt Canada, a shot at Matt Canada. Never a good sign when your offensive coordinators are getting shout-outs on the broadcast before the game's even started. It's usually a sign that things are not going well, which kind of applies to Matt Canada and that whole situation over there in Pittsburgh. So something to keep an eye on today. There was a famous post or a viral post that a couple of big Pittsburgh Brains on Twitter or X reposted about how whenever Kenny Pickett lines up under center, it's a run like 90% of the time, and when he lines up in shotgun, it's a pass like 75% of the time. So look for Kenny Pickett to mix it up under center and hopefully not run it every single time he's under center.
There you
Not
go.
the case with this play, and guess what? The
And he
Raiders
got
knew it
stuffed.
was coming.
Yeah.
It'll be a 4th down. That'll be a 3 and out to start the game. For
That
Matt
would be
Canada.
a play calling coaching error more than a Kenny Pickett error, though.
And
right?
that is exactly the argument for Kenny Pickett, and that is the exact argument against Matt Canada, who Steelers fans were chanting "Fire Canada" at a home win. A game
That's
you
pretty
imagine?
Pittsburgh, honestly. That's
A game
pretty
they won.
Pittsburgh.
If it were Philadelphia, they would have lit a car on fire on the field, but
Yeah.
like that's the Pittsburgh
They
response.
were just calling people's jobs, and I understand like people get sensitive about people calling for other people's jobs on the internet, but also like when you make like over $1 million a year to coach a football team, like I feel like
Holy shit.
I'm not gonna feel too sorry.
That's
for
what
you.
coaches make?
Dude, you
What
know,
the hell am I doing in
Coordinators?
my life, dude?
Offensive
no, did the coach at Allen High School, the head coach, he makes about $1 million a year too.
Bro, I can tell other people
I was going to
how
say
to
$1
get
million's
hit.
kind of
Yeah.
low, honestly, for the NFL.
Yeah, high school like football coaches will make that much if they're like really fucking good.
That's insane, dude.
It's stupid.
It's the South,
I'm
baby.
gonna go
Yeah.
back to the whole we put too much money into sports, but it's fine.
We now have a live updated scoreboard.
How do you feel about the Steelers' defense?
Well, we're really going to find out today. They haven't really been tested. They got tested by the Browns last week, who looked good this week. I don't think Deshaun Watson's going to be able to play well.
Who do you think they take out for their career?
What's that?
They got Chubb last week. Who is it this week?
Oh, no, that's Monday night. You're thinking of Monday Night
Is
Football.
it the Monday night curse now?
Yeah, the Monday night is when superstars tear their ACLs. Although Nick Chubb, a little bit better prognosis than we might have thought originally. It seems like he might be fine. We're staring at a handsome graphic of Jimmy Garoppolo. We are 12, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25 on the game clock. Handoff to Josh Jacobs, who ran for like 12 carries and -3 yards last week.
Did you see the interview before the game?
Who's-
With Jacobs, he was talking about he was being interviewed about last week, and he straight up said it was embarrassing. Like he's that's not representative. Who he is. It was an interesting interview.
Yeah, Josh Jacobs has been incredibly disappointing this year thus far. With that being said, he got to a slow start last season too, so we're kind of hoping that he returns to full force. I did bench him in one of my leagues, one of my super stack teams that we were talking about. Oh no, the battery's running low.
Go
I
ahead.
gotta run downstairs.
Jamie, grab a cord, will you?
Miles, host the show.
Yeah, dude, definitely. I'm the one you want in charge to know what's happening on the football field. Could you have at least closed the warning so that we can see the full game?
Well, currently we got the battery is low.
Right now we see 80% of the field except for the center, which is where the ball is.
Oh, shit.
Was that a completion? We have no idea. You at home, let us know.
I have no idea.
Caleb, the amateur doucher, where are you? We need some insight right now. I need in. No, I have Devontae Adams on my fantasy team, so I am obviously hoping that the Raiders just steamroll.
3 and out.
Yeah, they just went
Yeah, I got
3 and
Devontae
out,
Adams
so-
too.
I need Josh Jacobs to
You
actually
know,
do
I was
something.
worried about him not starting this week. They had him questionable all the way up
Yeah,
until
because
this morning.
he stepped out last game, right?
They pulled him in the fourth quarter, and he was listed questionable. Did not practice at all this entire week.
Excuse me.
Keep
Are-
talking.
Where are they playing at? Are they in Pittsburgh? Or are
No,
they
they're in Vegas, dude.
They're in Vegas.
I'm surprised they
This is
haven't.
where the Super Bowl is going to be.
Yeah, I'm surprised
Yeah.
they haven't shown like the big dome yet.
Yeah.
That's actually all they've been watching. They're just projecting the game on the
On the dome.
Yeah,
This is all CGI.
This is the skyline of Las Vegas
Have
right
any
now.
of you been to Vegas since they like revealed it?
No, I went right before actually.
Or did you see it, the construction of it?
I saw
or-
the construction of the dome, but I did not see the like. It wasn't like lit up or even really a dome at that
See,
point.
I didn't even know they were building something like that. Like I had no idea. Nobody ever said anything.
The
Yeah,
beams from it
they'll
have
let
been
you know
fantastic.
next time.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
They'll
Oh, no,
definitely let you
normally you hear some shit like, "Yo, you hear Vegas or somebody's adding this."
Yeah.
For the longest
Nobody said
time, they were
anything.
trying to keep it a secret because what happens there stays there. But like, it got out apparently.
Well, when you can fly over it and see things being projected, that seems to
That's pretty fucking
There's been
cool.
so many
Give it away.
great memes featuring it. It's a wonderful feature that we now have in our
I think
world.
Boston would like to join the show currently. This is my dog, Mr. Boston. I did confirm downstairs they are streaming it on the TV. Looks great, sounds great. Honestly, feel really good about the whole situation that we have here live on YouTube TV. We are on commercial break currently.
Yo, Ice Spice.
Featuring Ice Spice and Ben Affleck. That's the dynamic
What
duo
a
right there.
combo.
So I actually did think that Ice Spice was from the Spice Girls for
Yeah, about the first like 2 weeks she was popular.
The first
I was
2
like,
weeks.
I was like, oh, she's
Who
having
are
a
you
comeback.
talking
She's
about?
having a comeback. Cool.
Yeah, good for her, happy for her. But no, that turns out to not be. Not
Like,
be
why
the
does
case.
this English girl sound like she's from Brooklyn?
Anything for clout, I guess.
Is she English?
No.
The Spice Girls are.
Oh,
That was a deep cut, yeah.
It was a deep.
That's why I was confused. We
That was
tend
a
to get,
bloody good joke, though.
I forget that some people are not smart and like.
yeah. I mean, this is the dumbest NFL commentary. We did establish that last.
yeah.
Last
Low
It's
IQ.
gonna be hard to top the last. The
Oh yeah,
last
the
week.
Azkaban.
Yeah.
Azkaban.
Yeah, man, that's impressive.
You were
Miles?
so confident in whenever you were
I'm
saying
always
it.
confident, dude. That's the key
why-
to success.
last live show that we did was Thursday night, and Miles and I confused Azkaban, Alcatraz, and Ellis Island.
Yeah, that's honestly
At the same
impressive when you
time.
think about it. Yeah.
It's enough Jeopardy answers to get yourself in trouble. And that's really the tone and the vibe of this whole show. Anything else interesting happened? The Browns seem to be all the way back. I don't think they'll be able to play on the road too often with Deshaun Watson, but Deshaun looked great. The whole team looked great. They looked super
I
dominant.
hate the way that the Raiders owner looks.
I love his haircut.
I hate it so much.
I didn't
okay.
see much of the game, but the Titans were super disappointing today. They didn't.
That was the Browns game.
Nothing. Yeah, there you go.
It's the opposite of the game that I just said. But yeah, the
Not
Titans
yours.
got dominated. The Lions murdered the Falcons. That was pretty crazy. And we're getting introduced to
That's why I asked you about their defense earlier, the Lions, because we recently discussed the fact that the Falcons have the most rushing yards of any NFL team. The Lions have been surprisingly good this year. I was wondering if it was more of a defensive or an offensive side, or if everything's clicking in Detroit, or if they're getting some sort of reparations for the fact that their city died. I have no idea how how the NFL works.
This was for the Rust Belt.
It's like a New Orleans thing, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And New Orleans gets hit by Katrina and they win a Super Bowl.
That's exactly it. Yeah, it's a world is that they had a.
Hey, that's all we have, dude. All we have
They-
is like seafood and the Saints. So you got to give us something.
Bro, they voted this year. They either got a real life RoboCop or a Super Bowl win, and they clearly went with Super Bowl win. Let's go.
Max Crosby on the pressure here. We'll try and get y'all sunked up with us here. If you are watching in hindsight, Max Crosby raising his hands to the sky.
I have him on one of my teams.
10:47 on
You have
the
a league
play
with
clock.
defensive
Snap
players?
is away.
That's insane to me, dude. I don't understand. I could never do that.
Kenny Pickett rolls out to the right.
Ooh,
Throws
oh.
an ill-advised throw, super inaccurate, making the Raiders defense look like a bunch of superstars.
I thought he was going to get hit for
Lined
a
up in
second
shotgun,
there.
right? Played play action out of shotgun, pass the ball, yeah. So I think every single shotgun this game thus far has been a pass. Every single under the center snap this game has been a run. So they saw that video, I guess, and then they're just like, we're going to double down on
Turns
it.
out that Vegas is both on TikTok and likes gambling.
Yeah, as if the Raiders didn't already know that. Like,
Oh, shit.
what a shit show in Pittsburgh. And Matt Canada has been in power with more responsibilities.
Do the Steelers still have the record for the most Super Bowls of any team in the NFL?
I don't know. I have no idea.
6, right?
I have 6. No, Tom Brady has more Super Bowls than 6.
Yeah.
Tom Brady alone.
yeah, literally. He's got 7, right?
Yeah, I
I
think you're right.
thought they both had 6, but I could be wrong.
No, I would say.
I thought that latest one was number 7. He has like 5 with the
Let me
Patriots.
see.
Yeah. He's got 6 with the Patriots.
Sell 6, right? Yeah.
And 1 with Tampa. Who has potentially a good quarterback.
Yeah, you're right. The Steelers and the Patriots are tied with
Oh,
6
it's
Super
6
Bowls
each.
apiece.
Boom.
Apiece. So Tom Brady won all the Patriots Super Bowl. No?
Yeah. Yeah, sounds like it. Sounds like it to me.
Oh yeah,
Sounds like a Tom Brady kind of move.
Did the Bucks lose today? What was the score of the Bucks game?
They play tomorrow.
That's Monday night, right?
Yeah.
They play they're in the Monday night game, or one of the two Monday night
They got
games.
Baker Mayfield on the Monday night game.
Isn't it Buccaneers in Philadelphia tomorrow?
I'm thinking.
I think you're right.
Yeah, Bucks
I think you're right.
and Philadelphia.
And then there's another game tomorrow as well.
Yeah. Fucking. Let's see.
God damn, dude, y'all should like try reading when you get high. Y'all clearly just get stoned and don't do shit.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Just like any other person who gets stoned.
Adam Thielen today was the number 2 wide receiver in all of fantasy football.
Somebody made fun of me. Oh,
It's like
I was
2018 again, you know?
debating drafting him, and I went with a different direction, and somebody was roasting me for even thinking about it.
I mean, I would have roasted you too, honestly, but Adam Thielen may be relevant.
Turned up, dude.
Of course, that's if the veteran quarterback is on the field. Of course, the veteran quarterback who was filling in for Bryce Young today, Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle in Carolina, was throwing the veteran the ball. Surprise, surprise.
You're slinging, dude.
They ended up winning that game? Is that right?
No.
Carolina Panthers, they lost to the Seahawks?
I think, did
I
they?
thought Seahawks won.
Okay.
Isn't she supposed to be singing right now?
Carrie
I thought
Underwood?
that like for like 3 hours on Monday, she just did a concert every week.
Every Monday, in some small town, rural America.
Yeah.
Whose booth is she in? She's in their booth?
Bro, this is like the Pentagon. What the?
Looking at the picture of the box where there's some commentary going on. 10:27 on the clock. We'll tell you when the snap is away. Jimmy Garoppolo, the very handsome Jimmy Garoppolo under center, and snaps away. Play action.
Ooh.
Over the middle. Guess who?
Devontae
Devontae Adams, who
Adams.
runs behind the line of gain.
I don't know the rule there. Does he get the first down because he caught it past it, or does he like?
It
work-
should be 1 yard behind because he voluntarily ran backwards.
Yep.
But we'll see where they spot it.
I
Sometimes
think
they'll give it to him.
They already gave it to him, I think.
Yeah, he didn't get contacted until the 35 there.
That's where you should be spotting it, right?
Yeah. But I don't know where they spotted it. They're doing like a weird... Oh, do we have our music on still? We do.
Is Caleb on our in your earpiece?
Ooh.
I reached out to him earlier.
I thought he got sacked there, I'm not gonna lie. Man, Garoppolo with the sharp jawline, the
Oh,
sharp
no,
passes today.
We're so professional I didn't even have that going. That's how good this broadcast
music?
is right now. Yeah, turn it up.
What's worse, having it on and leaving it, or forgetting to use it at all?
Oof. Someone should have probably blocked that guy, right?
God damn, dude.
That was close. We're putting Jimmy Garoppolo in shotgun. Still, Josh Jacobs has yet to really produce this.
I haven't seen him really touch the ball.
Yeah,
He just had
He just got a first down though. He got a
Yeah.
clutch first down there.
He's got a few touches, but he's been blocking a lot. Here's a pass to the outside to guess who? Devontae Adams.
Devontae
There we
again.
go. I will
Keep it
take
going,
that.
keep it going,
Wide
keep it
open.
going,
Yeah,
full
right.
speed.
Who would have guessed Devontae Adams would be good with whoever at quarterback? We've already seen it so many times. Twice.
Yeah.
We've seen him go to Aaron Rodgers to some bum over there for Las Vegas and being able to produce. Why wouldn't he be able to this year? The hate is too much for Devontae Adams. That's why he was in my top 10 fantasy football players last year. Jimmy Garoppolo calling the play. He'll be under center here. Looks like Josh Jacobs in the backfield. Handoff
Give him a
is
chance
off to
and-
up the middle.
He turned it into
He
something.
turned that. What
He
should have?
fumbled. He lost it.
That's
Motherfucker,
not
dude.
good.
J.J. Watt
Who recovered it?
recovers
Who recovered
the
it?
fumble.
Oh, God
Josh
damn it.
Jacobs, who turned something into nothing, turns
Back
it into...
No, turned into worse than nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's worse than nothing, Josh Jacobs.
If last week was embarrassing, I don't know. Does he have an embarrassment kink or something? Like,
Well, that's...
Was he down though? He looks like he was down.
Yeah.
He's
Call
good.
Richie. Yeah, he's down. He'll be down by contact, so that'll be a gain of 3 for Josh Jacobs. I apologize to you and your family for what I recently said.
You're not an embarrassment, Josh Jacobs.
You're no longer
If you're listening to us,
Yeah.
and your performance relies on our thoughts, then
I would prefer he turned it up a little more than just not fumbling or whatever. Like,
Man,
You did
Which is-
fumble. Good job.
Yeah, dude, way to do the bare minimum.
Which is funny because Josh Jacobs and Devontae Adams carried me through my fantasy last year.
Well, Devontae Adams is a super stud still.
Yeah.
People do forget
And
about
Josh
that.
Jacobs just had a freak year.
Taylor Swift commercial right now, Capital One.
Yeah, she's writing an album now after that Kelsey touchdown.
Oh my gosh, I'm in love with how much they love each other. Taylor Swift, Travis Kelsey, like just her sheer joy of seeing.
What's that couple name?
Oh, Travis and Taylor.
Yeah. Trailer?
Trailer.
Trailer Swift, you know?
Yeah, that was way better than what I was gonna say. I was gonna say Trey Tay, but yeah. Trailer is a way better
Sounds like what they're gonna name their child.
couple name. Trey Tay.
No, just where they conceive it.
They're a trailer couple, dude.
Do you think their children will be better at football or better at singing, Miles Francis?
They will be the first human to both play and perform at the Super Bowl.
That's not a bad call.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Taylor Swift, I think, underrated for her height. I think she's got some good height. I think she's got some good long arms, too, on her. Taylor
Though
Swift.
recently I heard your take
maybe some
that
quarterbacks or something, you know?
she's a number 2 draft pick to Beyonce is what Jamie Gates throws out there.
Yeah.
I strong disagree for what it's worth. I would go Taylor Swift, Michael Jackson, Beyonce personally.
Michael Jackson.
But, you
So
know,
we're doing like a
Beyonce.
genetic draft right now?
Yeah.
Like non-NFL player genetic
just
draft?
best entertainers of all time. I'm
Okay,
gonna go
okay.
with.
We're back from break right now. The referee is mumbling to the camera, probably saying that the runner was down before he fumbled, and it'll be 2nd and 8 for.
I mean, that's a clear knee right there. There's
Yep.
no question on
Yep.
that.
knee, ankle, calf. All will put the player down.
Got a 3-piece
Pretty
basically.
clear, yeah.
That knee hit
Yeah.
harder than Colin Kaepernick.
Dude, that's
bro.
like $3.99 lunch special right there. You get some mashed potatoes and a drink.
So we'll be
They're handing out Popeyes coupons at the stadium right now.
It will be 2nd and 9, 8:25, 24, 23 on the clock if you're trying to sync up with us at home. 2nd and 9. Josh Jacobs goes out in motion to the top side of the screen. Jimmy Garoppolo alone in the backfield in the shotgun. And that
Some
will be
movement,
a false
huh?
start, I think, on the Raiders. I am right, it'll be a false start. Off to a slow start to this game. This game is feeling like it'll be a close one, but it'll be one of those games that we all regret watching. You know?
Yeah.
This is
We could do like a really shitty open mic right now.
yeah. Well,
Doing the same thing.
a bad Sunday night football game beats a shitty open mic on every single night, in my opinion. But Jimmy Garoppolo, nonetheless, in shotgun, receives the snap. Pass over
Okay.
the middle.
Oh, God. Oh, he tripped.
Oh,
He's
thought
angry
you
about
did
that one.
first. Yeah.
number
Yeah.
16 makes a great catch. Jacoby Myers makes a terrible cut. Trips on the turf.
I actually just picked Jacoby Myers up off the waiver wires.
A fast snap on 3rd and 1. I think Jimmy Garoppolo elected to do the QB sneak and appears to have gotten
Yeah.
the first down
He's
on the
in there.
play. He's in there like swimwear. First down, Jimmy Garoppolo. Tricking even the cameramen here on Sunday Night Football on NBC, the Peacock. Do y'all are y'all on the Peacock?
No.
Yeah, they do. They do some decent horror movies actually.
Really?
Yeah.
You'll have to give me a recommendation. As it is spooky season, and as you can tell, we love fall in this household.
Yep.
We love fall. We love Jordan Love. We
I have
love-
to get you on Camp/Horrorcast, our Monday night podcast. We do
Yeah, I would
review
love
horror
to.
movies.
I just work until like 7 o'clock on Mondays. So
You guys
they-
review or you watch?
We review. So we watch the movie that we're going to talk about during the week, and then we all get together on Monday night and talk about it.
it's gonna be short. So that's gonna be 4th down and about a couple of inches here with 7:10 left on
I gotta talk to you
clock.
about that. That sounds like fun.
For sure.
This has been the shortest. This has been the slowest first quarter in the history, I think, of football.
Yeah, nothing has happened.
Nothing has happened. We're like barely halfway.
Weird.
through.
Honestly, I'm getting a weird number of points for the fact that it's 0-0, 7 minutes left. Like I'm kind of okay with the.
Are you sure you don't have the defenses of both teams starting? Because
No,
that's
I
the
mean
only-
like, no one's
I
doing
got 20
anything
points all of a sudden. What the hell?
No one's doing anything crazy, but I do, since I do have Jacoby Myers, Josh Jacobs, and Devontae Adams. You know, I'm seeing a lot of.
okay. So
alerts.
you have the only players that have done anything. all
Correct.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
You have a lot of fucking Raiders.
Well
Two
done.
different teams, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
And guess what? The Raiders are like,
It's
hey,
Jacobs and Myers on one, and then Devontae Adams on the other.
guess what? The Raiders
That's
are like,
enough
hey,
points.
this game going way too fast. We're gonna slow it down. We're gonna take a timeout. Not only we're gonna take a timeout, we're gonna go to a full commercial right now. A 90-second timeout. What do you want us to talk about? We're live here on YouTube. Okay, so we're going to the announcers up here, seeing the final scores of the game. Yeah, Green Bay pulled it off today.
Typical New Orleans, man.
Yeah,
All right.
Just shit the bed in the second half.
We brought up a lot of cool cities here in the last like minute and a half. So, Jamie, if we could do this podcast live from any city while watching a live football or post watching a live football game at their stadium, where's your dream?
though at the stadium, a live watch party to Devontae Adams touchdown.
There it is.
There we go.
Raiders.
So I have him in one league and I'm playing against him in another.
I did that today with
I'm a little
James Conner,
conflicted
dude.
right
It was
now.
rough watching the Cowboys game earlier.
And that feels like game, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's it.
I think that's
No more scores or
Pittsburgh have a defense. They do not actually have a full offense, so this is actually ball game.
Yeah, that's ball game. I don't think I think everyone has kind of gotten the Steelers figured out, and Matt Canada will have to be fired if the Steelers are going to have a winning record this year, because that team's just going to give up on itself.
Hey, I feel you, Matt Canada. Just fake it until you're making it. Work your way up, you know. Get
Yeah,
those
I mean, I
salary
respect
bumps.
it. I do respect it. I respect the
In a lot
hustle.
of ways, I can kind of relate to that.
Yeah. Just kind of.
Ooh, we inched it in there.
Yeah, extra point is good, by the way. This game feels like it's over. Pittsburgh Steelers are going to go 1-2. So the Browns will be tied with the Ravens for the lead in the division, which is interesting.
I hate watching the Ravens. I
don't like them either.
Because for some reason, every time in the third quarter, they're always like, "Oh, hey, we're playing football," and they just turn it on for
Well,
no
that's
reason.
Harbaugh. It's just the symptom of having Harbaugh as your head coach over there for the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, I've never been super big on the Ravens or anything to do with that organization for obvious reasons. I almost begrudgingly had to take Lamar Jackson as my super flex startup dynasty quarterback, 10th overall. Justin Herbert fell to me at 10.
Dude,
So that
Herbert is the shit.
seemed
Honestly,
to
much better choice.
have worked out for me thus
He's
far.
looking very good this season.
Him, Baker Mayfield, and Tua seem to be the top three quarterbacks in the league thus far.
Yeah.
I love healthy Tua, dude. He's great.
Tua, I mean, it was kind of one of my bold predictions to start the season was Tua's going to play for all 17 games, 18 weeks this season without any injury, and he's well on his way. He hasn't really gotten touched. And they're pulling him out of games kind of like reminiscent of the Eagles last year where they were just up by so much, except the Dolphins' defense isn't that good. They literally just put 70 points up on a professional team that gets paid millions of
dollars a year. Yeah.
to stop people from doing
What do we
exactly
get paid on
that.
this podcast again?
What do we
get paid for this right
Zero.
here? Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And we're at least as good as not getting scored 70 on, right?
Oh yeah, I feel like
I don't think
could-
any other podcast puts 70 up on us.
I don't think. Yeah.
And a little 4v4, you know?
4v4.
In the
You pick the format. There's no way you're getting 70 points.
If you
I
bring in,
guarantee it. We may not win, but you're like,
I guarantee
keep
you
it
we don't
close.
win. I'm not
We'll
saying
keep
we're
it
winning.
close.
we'll bring Pat McAfee into this studio, Boston Connor, Ty Schmidt, and Tone Diggs, and they'll kick the shit out of us.
But not by 70.
by
We're not putting
letting them
70.
We're not going to put 70 up on us.
Yeah.
Jeepers creepers. Our audio's not that bad anymore. But yeah, the audio.
Yeah.
The audio in some
Thank God
NFL.
he's selling Jacob Marshall be your sound editor.
Shout out Jacob Marshall. He was here earlier. Might be listening on this car ride up to Denton. A far hike I
fun
appreciate he
idea.
went from Fort Worth to come hang out with us for an hour and a half and watch the 3 shittiest football games ever put on simultaneously.
Dude, those early games were so good though.
Oh yeah,
Dude, there was like some major like good football in
Yeah.
the first 3 hours of the day today.
I was only able to watch like 5
was
games
good.
at a time, logistically.
Dude,
and
the
like,
Chargers.
physically.
The Chargers. I hate being a fan of them sometimes. It's so stressful.
I love being a fantasy manager of Chargers players. I hate betting on the Chargers, and I would never be a Chargers fan. Just with your current head coach, are you ready to fire him? Are you? If Coach Stefanski got fired, or Robert Salah for the Jets before your head coach over there for the Chargers, what would you do, Anthony Ramos? Snaps away.
Are you asking me? So would I take Robert Salah over Brandon Staley?
Would you take Robert Salah or would you take Robert Salah over Brandon Staley? What about or Coach Stefanski, Kevin Stefanski for the Cleveland Browns? Super nerd, murdered the
I
Titans.
kind of like Salah. I think what they're having big issues over there with is obviously the quarterback, but I don't know. I don't really like Stefanski though.
I hate Stefanski. Is that Jalen Warren? A first Jalen Warren touch? And a run out of the shotgun formation. So they're mixing it up.
Was he in the shotgun there?
Yeah, they were. They were in the shotgun. Jalen Warren to the right side of Kenny Pickett. Everyone's been saying we're going to see a lot more Jalen Warren this game than we have previously. And this will be our first look at him. Granted, pretty early here in the first quarter so far.
Let's see it.
Kenny Pickett again in shotgun formation, 3rd and 7. 6:22 on the clock. Takes the snap. It's a pass. Deep ball over the middle, wide open.
Oh
God,
my
no,
god, dude.
To Calvin Austin, I believe that is number 19.
Put it in
Yes,
the
it is. Oh no, there's a flag on the play.
Come on.
Wide open over the middle, track
No,
star.
dude, just one of the Pittsburgh fans dropped their towel. You're fine.
He's a runner, he's a track star, but I think that play is going to get called back.
Holding?
The referee is talking, holding. Defense!
Defense holding!
That's
What?
declined, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Calvin Austin, I believe, is a rookie or second-year talent. Track star.
Boston just dialed 911.
Jesus Christ. Well,
good.
they don't come to this part of town anyway, so.
You accidentally dialed 911.
Boston's ear is on the phone.
Oh my
Emergency
God.
call.
Hey, we got a touchdown from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, this game's going sideways.
Ring the
guys.
alarm, and just like that, this game is still over because, there's no way that there's.
Well, that was a good answer, though.
That was
Just
a good
coming
answer.
right back.
What an exciting catch by Calvin
And
Austin.
to imagine doing that while your team where it was being held, that makes it extra challenging.
Perfect placement by Pickett, too, I think.
Oh, yeah, you can't give that guy that much space.
There was nobody covering him.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell what that coverage was. It looked like to be man. I don't know if there was a single high safety over top.
I will note that he seemed to throw a pass there from shotgun, but
He did on 3rd and 7, so that's an obvious passing situation anyway. So you don't really have to disguise it for 3rd and 7. But yeah, an impressive ball, an impressive read. I guess that probably was Kenny Pickett's first read on the play. Stepped up into the pocket, good presence, perfect ball, perfect catch, an exciting time if you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Seeing a positive offensive play this early in the game, you're not something that you're used to.
how deep of a league do you have to have before Kenny Pickett's on your team?
Well, if it was super flex, man, he might have gone.
Yeah.
He might have been the 28th quarterback off the board in our super flex league. Probably went pretty damn late if I would have had to guess. Pittsburgh native, trained in the Pittsburgh facilities. That's kind of why they fell in love with Kenny Pickett. Hasn't panned out yet. Doesn't have a legit offensive coordinator. And now we're seeing Jimmy Garoppolo rolling up to Vegas, winning on the slot machines. Anthony Ramos, you like slot machines?
Yeah, I like slots a lot more than I like cards. Because card tables, I always lose my money way faster. But with maybe I'm just stupid, but every time I go to slot machines, I'm like,
I was about to say I can absolutely confirm he is stupid.
Yeah. But every time I go to like slot machines, like, ooh, pretty.
Play action.
Just turn my brain
Sack,
off, you know? I'm like, fuck it, dude.
I was legitimately just randomly thinking about that on the way up here today. How much like slots are the devil in that they are the like scientific, precise game to get you to put as much money in while convincing you that you're having a good time, quickly losing it.
Yeah, it's like fantasy football. It's the same.
Without
thing.
like the getting to have like a friends group chat.
Dude, slots these days have side hustles. You have all these like little like side games going on for like free extra rolls and stuff. So you're like,
If you have 15 lines, I no longer understand how lines work. Like, there's like no way that you can draw 15 lines across 3 rows.
yeah, I have no idea what's going on. I'm just like, oh, the money's going up.
Cool. 4 different symbols in all 4 corners. That's a win somehow. I'll take it.
Oh shit!
I
Was
always
that a
play
pick?
the like racially charged ones too. It's always
Oh,
like
for
the
sure,
Asian,
dude.
like the Asian dragon
Myers
ones.
again on the catch.
I hit on those.
I assume the machines are made in China, so it's probably better to have a Chinese theme.
They're probably like scanning my
feels right.
biometrics too. And they're like, oh, we'll give them a half a percentage
See,
point.
and
you
I'm
know?
really stoned most of the time, so I'm hoping to slide through.
What a catch! Holy fuck!
Great catch by Jacoby Myers. Sack by J.J. Watt on the play previously to put them in the situation. 3rd and 5. Jimmy Garoppolo in the shotgun formation, running back to his left-hand side. Takes the snap, throws it to the left on the wheel route to his
over the wrong shoulder.
running
Yeah, I
back.
look pretty wide open there, dude.
Yeah, maybe the
Little
running.
miscommunication. huh?
Yeah, I think miscommunication. Good call, Richie. I
Got the
think,
hair on point though over there on the Pittsburgh sideline.
I think he wanted that running back to run that route that wheel route a little bit more, a little wider. So here's the replay. The running back. Yeah, I think Jimmy wanted him to kind of round that out a little bit wider to create a little bit more space for him because he had plenty of sideline to work with there.
Yeah.
So good call on that. Today seems to feel like with what we saw Micah Parsons do today, with what we saw Myles Garrett to do today. I think he ended up with like 3.5 sacks on that game. At least by the time they pulled all the starters out.
Oh, what a
And
good
now-
snap.
Good snag there.
Great, yeah, on the guy who just scored the touchdown, Calvin Austin. Great tackle on the punt.
Yeah, because he
Coverage.
had a little opportunity there if he could break that one.
Hey, what monument is that, Miles Francis? Let's play this game.
I am pretty sure that is the
That's
Golden
Niagara
Gate Bridge.
Falls.
That's what?
That's the Golden Gate Bridge. I'm almost positive.
We're looking at some dam.
That's the dam from Fallout New Vegas, dude.
Did they make it in real life?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Dude, I'm pretty sure he got a vacuum cleaner sponsorship.
That's definitely not the Hoover Dam, right?
What is this?
This is some sort of
That's
love
where you can
sack.
turn your ball. I actually have a love sack. Is the thing. I own their original product is a giant beanbag chair, and I have it and love it. It's
I
it's
do too.
fantastic.
Natalie made me. We didn't have room for it, but Natalie made me throw away our beanbag chair, our love sack knockoff. Did you guys like our couch? Did you guys sit in our couch?
Am I
I
not
did.
currently sitting on your couch?
No, the other one, the new one that we
This is
have
the casting
downstairs.
Oh yeah. This is where people get on the podcast. I did sit on the couch downstairs. Yeah, I got dicked around last, but it was more comfortable.
I like the couch. It's a new couch, and we have it now. So that's what we're excited about here.
What brand is it?
Oh,
What round did you
Nebraska.
draft your couch?
Nebraska. I like Nebraska Furniture Mart, man.
It's like a top five draft pick.
Yeah.
Dynasty
Nebraska.
furniture draft.
Yeah. If it does well this year, you'll consider keeping it next year. And
Oh no, we're gonna keep it. It's a long-term play for us. That couch, for sure.
It's that's a franchise player.
Yeah, unless it like tears its ACL or the cat pees on it, then it'll be
Yeah.
out the door pretty quick. But that's fantasy for you. Emu. Are we still in the first quarter?
Yes.
We are.
This is rough.
This is going to be a rough game.
I thought it was turning around. I thought because we had.
I mean, we've had two
touchdowns.
scores,
Yeah.
but it's just like
It's
Why-
the Raiders
why
They were
and
just quick. They were
Pittsburgh, dude.
quick scores back to back, and then we just went back to what was going
maybe
on
the
before.
second quarter will just be like so fast that it won't matter, right? Like because we will have already watched every single commercial that we possibly could have had to have watched. TJ Watt on the sack. I might have called him JJ earlier. TJ Watt on the sack. I think he also has a fumble recovery on the game. This is just the week of fantasy football where defensive ends just take over, I guess, with Michael Parsons and Garrett Wilson. Miles Garrett. Not Miles Francis.
I feel like I could do the job.
You think you could sack a couple quarterbacks? Kenny Pickett in shotgun formation. And guess what? He's passing here on 1st and 10.
Oh my god.
Oh, and he throws it to the right.
Butterfingers, though.
Dude, he would have been gone.
Yeah, that would have been a pick six.
Peters drops an easy walk-in pick six from Kenny Pickett. I think that was the halfback on that route. Someone ran the wrong route. Someone didn't do what they were supposed to. Who knows who was who? But the Raiders did know that that was going to be a pass play.
There definitely was no one there but black and silver.
And that's why he
32
plays
interceptions
defense.
on his career since 2015. Richie, what were you doing in 2015?
Man, 2015. That's actually a great question.
Not
I
your
wasn't playing the NFL.
8 years ago, you weren't a Steeler?
I wasn't. A lot of people thought so, but it's kind of a Mandela effect thing, you know?
Yeah. See, I thought you had died in a South African prison 8 years ago, but...
Yeah.
No, dude, he died in a Chinese prison whenever he went to China whenever he was like...
Oh, yeah, I went to a labor camp for like 3 weeks, you know?
Wait, what?
Yeah, man, those textiles aren't going to make
Did you make this TV?
I did go to China, though. I lost a lot of weight while I was there.
3:44 on the clock.
It's probably because they don't put a bunch of like corn syrup and everything.
Kenny Pickett ball over the middle.
Oh,
Ooh.
he caught
Pass
that
is
too.
caught on the minus 40 yard.
Looked like he was about to guillotine him there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think he's trying to rip his head off.
George Pickens on the catch. I believe his first reception of the game. Am I mistaken? George Pickens. Don't remember him getting a catch. Don't remember him getting targeted. Although this game has been an absolute snooze fest thus far. Probably just because we know we're watching shitty football teams.
Yeah.
Playing each other.
It's a Rothschild, dude.
See, I feel like
They set
the...
this
Ooh,
up.
Kenny Pickett took a
I
big
really feel
pop.
like the Raiders should be a good team with all the...
Yeah.
Like, they have a lot of tools on their fucking roster.
They sure do.
The Pittsburgh Steelers, like, are trash, and it's obvious, but, like...
Oh boy.
Oh wow.
Just a slow developing draw play up the middle for Najee Harris.
But like, if you look at Oakland, or I'm sorry, I keep saying Oakland. If you look at Vegas, it really does feel like they should be a contender. Like, we should not be thinking of them as like, oh my god, how did they get the Sunday night game? It should be like obvious that they're like one of the star teams.
Well, their season last year, I feel like they had like some razor thin losses to some of the best in their division, all their matchups. They were just losing to like the best of the best, and
as much as you guys keep going off about how cute Garoppolo is, like he doesn't instill confidence. He's kind of got a
Well, if you had two quarterbacks giving you a pump-up speech in the locker room, and one of them looks like Jimmy Garoppolo and you play for the Las Vegas Raiders, and the other one you play in New York, technically New Jersey, and he looks like Daniel Jones.
I was literally about to bring up Daniel Jones.
Who are you getting more excited
Okay,
about?
but the fact that you brought that comparison up, that was literally the person I was about to bring up. Garoppolo is like a slightly more handsome, slightly more Greek Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Like they're otherwise the same person.
And you know the Greeks statistically have the biggest wieners out of any other race.
Which is maybe it's throwing off his balance, and that's why he can't throw the ball.
can you confirm that one?
Max Crosby. There's
Like
actual
maybe they should
studies
have
about
his
it.
dick
Really?
be the fullback.
I've looked it up. Max Crosby
Lead blocker, you know what I mean?
on the sack.
It helps to have a third leg sometimes.
Sure does.
He uses it to stiff arm people.
Yeah.
Max Crosby, good at football. People forget 2 X's. Speaking of which, 2 X's in his first name.
Ooh,
Yeah. Also a good right hook to the face mask of Kenny Pickett. He deserves it. Punt is in the hands of the punter. Punts away. 57 in the first quarter. Left to go.
Good bounce.
Yeah, positive bounce for them for sure.
The ball will be downed
They don't know if they
within
want
the
to touch it.
15-yard line. And I think at quarter here we're gonna take a 2-minute break. Gonna go to a quick break. Do not close your browser. Keep your stream moving. If anybody on the cast, wants to go take a quick bathroom break, they're definitely welcome to.
Hey, yo, we
at
gotta go
this moment.
pee-pee.
Yeah.
So you have 2.5 bathrooms, right?
Oh, you're gosh darn right.
We're just gonna sword fight. We're just gonna play.
You gotta play crossing swords over
Yeah,
there.
we're playing lightsabers.
And you're watching live here on YouTube. What are we talking about? Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you are watching on YouTube, if you're not watching on YouTube, watch on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Leave us a comment.
Jamie, you need a beer?
Oh yeah.
What do you want?
Literally. Oh, one of the IPAs would be great. Miles Francis asked me what kind of beer I need. Going in to the quarter. I hope this has been sounding good. We're really trying to dial in the logistics. I hope this looks good. We're using a different camera today. Jimmy Garoppolo throws an out route to guess who Davante Adams for a gain of 6 on the play. It'll be 3rd and short. The clock will stop. 2019. Oh, nope, they're running the clock, so he must have ran out of bounds backwards. That's unlucky. But I believe that'll be lucky to us because I think that will put us to the end of the first quarter. Do not close your browser. Do not stop watching us. Do grab yourself a drink, sit back, relax, listen to this awesome music, and we'll see you in just a little bit. Unmuted, and here we are back for more live football. We've peed, we've gotten more drinks. Miles Francis coming back onto set, and we are ready for an exciting second quarter to a football game.
You like using that word loosely, huh?
Exciting?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
It's a matter of perspective, you know.
it's all, yeah.
Well, I mean, Davante Adams getting a first down
I
there,
was
though.
gonna say, Devontae's looking good.
3 weeks from now, we will be dying to. Oh, Josh Jacobs.
Wow.
You know what, man? If you would have told me that we're gonna watch a big dick Greek god beat the shit out of a dude that definitely enjoys Zins a little too much, then yeah, I would have got excited about this game too.
You would have thought you were showing up to a very different podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's like, what do we get into now?
Devontae Adams already got me from a 1% to a 3% chance to win.
Hey!
He's my only remaining player.
Only need like 96 more of those.
Pitch to Josh Jacobs.
Wow.
I mean, we know that a team can score
points.
70 points in the NFL. It's not unheard of, right?
Gain of 4 on the play. Miles, it's never over until it's over.
So that's
Monday
true.
night.
So
Or
he got like
until
18 points in the first quarter. That's a lot.
That's a lot of points.
Yeah.
I do have. I mean, Miles, you're only in 2 home leagues. I am in 5, and I have 1 that I just sacrifice to the football gods every single year. I should never accept the invite ever again because I suck at it every single year. The rest of them, I'm always in the championship game. I either win or I lose in the championship. And that one, I'm always last place in.
Oh.
Jimmy Garoppolo, Devontae Adams, absolutely massive game.
Hey, Jay,
They're clicking right
do
now.
you still have music on going over that?
No, it's a whole situation. I can try.
Hey, don't forget to refresh something you told me to remind you about.
Yeah, no, I unmuted us. Miles, host the show while you're over my shoulder.
While I'm over your shoulder,
Yeah, while
yeah.
you're
The handsome man throwing once again to my boy Devontae Adams right here.
Handsome man.
The handsome man.
Handsome
guy.
guy.
Honestly, I don't see what you guys see in him. I mean, he's fine, but like, I don't know, he's no Joe Burrow.
I don't know, dude.
Well, I feel like they upgraded from Derek Carr quite a bit. Carr's like the average version of like Jimmy
Do you really use it
Garoppolo.
anymore?
Carr has serial killer. I feel like we're gonna see
Deep
a really
ball
fun
to
Netflix documentary
Jacoby
crossover on
Myers.
ESPN one year
You
about.
know what
one
Derek
of the
Carr
Carr
looks
brothers.
like? Derek Carr looks like the
Play on
NFL
the
Chris
play.
Benoit.
That's literally what I'm saying. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he's gonna murder somebody, his family, another person's family. Somebody's dying on this man's hands.
So please don't hit him. Like, just let's not give him any brain trauma. That's gonna make things worse.
No, that's
Absolutely
actually
make
the
things
fun part. He's already got the like psychopathic tendencies. He's just using
Yeah.
the NFL as a cover up. He's like, hey, look, it wasn't me, FCT.
worse. It's crazy because he does have a hard time controlling his emotions too. Like,
Right?
He'll get
Psychopath
very.
behavior, bro.
Flag picked up on the play. It was potentially a pass interference.
I was trying to figure
on
what that
Myers.
was. They picked it up though, huh?
They picked it up, not a penalty on the play. 12:27 on the game clock if you were trying to sync up with us. We'll tell you when the snap's away. Jimmy Garoppolo in shotgun formation. I think that's Josh Jacobs to his left here in shotgun. Snaps away. Jimmy Garoppolo pump fakes, throws over the middle.
Intercepted?
Oh, Minka Fitzpatrick. No?
Number 29 on the play.
No,
Wallace.
not Minka.
Mr. Wallace intercepted the pass over the middle. Jimmy Garoppolo, the one thing you can't do, man, and that seems like a Pittsburgh
Man,
Steelers
he looks
game.
good when he's frustrated.
He sure does.
Oh, I see what y'all see in him now.
Yeah. He's so hot when he's angry. Look at him. Yeah, I'm so distracted. Why doesn't he try to...
Honestly, he doesn't look upset enough, and that bothers me. Like, he just casually looks
Yeah.
disappointed.
I feel like he should be...
He looks like
dating-
he has to go to his the prom with his second choice. It's not enough.
I feel like he should be dating Taylor Swift.
You expect me to believe that fucking Derek Jeter drives this car?
What is this? It's a big
I was
car.
gonna say, how is this relatable?
It's a
Like getting
Jeep.
off your like private jet into a Grand Wagoneer.
It's like a G...
It's
like
like
that
$1 million
house, yeah.
with a supermodel wife.
No, this must be an Airbnb he has for 3 hours.
That's probably a $200,000 car, though. The Jeep Wagoneer?
Easily.
So why wouldn't he have
200? It's up
we're
there.
talking
It's
about,
up
but
there. This is a little high, but
who is that marketed to? Your average NFL fan lives in a trailer and is drinking a Bud Light.
I think you'd be surprised by how many billionaire football fans that there are.
Hey, dude, we're drinking
bro,
Bud
no
Light.
money down.
No,
you know
we're
what I'm
drinking
saying?
platinum.
No money
so we're
down.
classy.
Yeah, true. We're drinking platinum because we
Bro.
like to get fucked up. That's
Bro, that's like the Monster Energy of beer. It makes you want to beat your wife.
I wanted to do that anyway.
This is I guess we're sponsored by Bud Light Platinum now.
That would be fucking badass.
Yeah, that would be.
I guess they have to pay us like $10,000 each now.
Dude, we promise we won't be any more gay than Dylan Mulvaney. That's like,
Well, that's why we did the platinum, though. It's straight if you're platinum.
Yeah, except for Anthony Ramos.
Oh wait, I missed that one.
You're gayer than Dylan Mulvaney. Dylan, with a Y. She's
I actually really like
Close,
this commercial.
close,
for
yeah,
what it's
pretty
worth.
close.
Christian
Pretty
McCaffrey.
close.
His line where at the end, I don't remember what it was, but McCaffrey gets me at the end here. I watched it earlier today.
Dak Prescott looking.
This is like an extended cut. There's a lot of players
The
in this one.
extended. This is director's cut of
This
this
is
one.
an
Oh yeah,
Amazon commercial?
yeah. His and the other version, his coworker tells McCaffrey like, "Take it to the home." He's like, "Yeah, that's where I live."
It's a Lowe's commercial. I have been outspoken. Whichever legitimate hardware store wants to open up shop near my neighborhood within like 5 miles, we will shop them out. This is also.
Do you consider Ace to be a legitimate hardware shop, or is this a
No.
Lowe's and a?
Are you a Lowe's
You're
guy?
not a third-party candidate, sort of hardware
No.
store guy.
No, you guys got to have like live Christmas trees there.
Are you
You're
a
selling
Lowe's?
Halloween decorations in November or in October.
Are you Lowe's or are you a Home Depot guy?
Honestly,
You think
either.
first, which one-
Is that
whichever
Fryer
comes
Booth on
here.
the catch?
Dude, that's like asking if you're a Republican or you're a Democrat.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
12:17 on the clock. You know, I lean blue, but you know.
This isn't in Orange County.
No, there's not any hardware stores that are good within like forever. So but we do have more than just a Camaro now that we can put stuff in. So that helps. Shout out to Chevy.
You bought a car?
Natalie did, the car that's parked out front.
Oh no
Oh, the
shit!
track.
Chevy Trax.
I was wondering who was in my
Dude, I
spot.
had that one for a rental, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a shit bar."
It's
I
a
was like, "This seems pretty cool."
Screen pass.
And knowing like the
Ooh!
price,
To Calvin Austin and gets his head taken off by Diablo.
damn, that's
Good
a
last
name.
name.
That's a
That's a
good
name right
name,
there.
dude.
It's a great last
They
name.
should have got him a sponsorship deal when the third game came out last summer.
11:29 on the clock. Diablo lining up from linebacker appears to
Good read.
have taken Calvin Austin's noggin off on the play. And we are sitting here at 2nd and 10. He's under center, so you know that's going to be a handoff because it's the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Najee.
Oh,
Najee.
Najee going for it.
Good
Nope.
spin move.
No, no.
It'll be 3rd and short on the plus.
That's
48.
one dude. I really wanted Najee Harris to be like an elite running back. I really did.
Sorry.
Like I always, I don't know.
I always want to put him in, but I feel like someone else comes up, and it's like, I don't trust Najee.
He
enough.
frustrates me.
On the Steelers. I don't trust him enough.
I think
to
that's the
start him.
biggest issue with any player on the Steelers, dude. Is like
Yeah.
you cannot like. There's a lot of really good players on a lot of really bad teams that you just cannot get the same points out of them as you could on
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
a mediocre
Miles, this off season, I was trying to talk myself into a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers drafting them, and I was just like,
There's not really
still
anything.
Matt Canada. It's still the same offense. They did nothing to change it. The same personnel. It's the same people in charge. And it's just like, you're telling me that everyone on this offense is just magically going to get better because they were a rookie last year? It's just like, I need a little bit more than that. And I think that's what we're seeing here. Despite one bomb to Calvin Austin to keep this game close, still feels like the Raiders are going to end up winning this game no matter how many interceptions that Jimmy Garoppolo throws. He's too handsome.
Your point about like a good player on a bad team. That's how I feel about Cortland Sutton.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I feel like if he was like on an elite football team,
That would
he
be a
could
good segment for the show, like
Yeah.
the top 10 good players, that are
Wasted
just on
talent.
shitty,
Yeah, just-
on shitty football.
team.
Teams.
Yeah, like a great quarterback that's stuck behind the worst O line, or a running back that just can't get around the corner because they have no one blocking for him.
situations are situational. QB sneak up the middle seems to be a first down here on 3rd and 1. I'll have a first down.
I think the more difficult read on that is the top defensive players in a bad defensive unit. That's a harder.
Oh,
that's a much harder thing to pick out.
That's hard. Yeah, that's hard to justify. I would definitely.
Who's that one dude on the Jaguars? They're is either corner or safety. Let me see.
Well, I guess probably Joey Bosa for the Chargers on one of the worst
Your favorite
defenses in the league.
Let's calm down. Let's calm down. Let's calm
Would be a good
down.
example of
Let's
that.
calm down. Let's calm down.
Uh-oh.
For what it's worth,
What was that?
Max Crosby.
Rayshawn Jenkins.
formerly of the Bears. Is that right? Who's he play for?
He's on the Jags.
Well, the Jags seem to be a total dumpster fire all of a sudden for no reason again. That's concerning.
That was weird today, right? Like, so
Lost
last
the Texans?
last week against
Texans.
Kansas City, it felt
CJ
like
Stroud's looking good.
both
Yeah.
teams were falling apart. I didn't see any of the game today, but based on the score, it looked like the Jaguars must have absolutely collapsed on themselves.
It wasn't even like close. Like they were shut out. Like it was like let's kind of make this thing a respectable situation. I don't know. Someone want to pull up the box score for that Jags Texans game? Because I would like to know just what Trevor Lawrence's numbers were, what the receivers' numbers were. ETN, Tank Bigsby. Just I would like to know kind of like.
I know
the whole
ETN
stat
did
line.
well because I have him on my team, but
Interesting.
like
Here you go, bud.
Oh, okay. So I have to read it. Great. So we're looking here at the Jags box score. Trevor Lawrence, 27 of 40, 279, not super efficient, one
and
touchdown,
one.
one interception. Not a great game out of Trevor Lawrence,
very bad.
who we forced Jacob Marshall to start today in our Dynasty League because he was tanking on purpose.
ETN, I said, had a good one. He only did 19 carries for 88 yards. He had no point. He had no touchdowns.
That's a lot of touches for ETN. Tank Bigsby got 2 carries for 10 yards and 1 touchdown, so the goal line back. So that's concerning if you're an ETN manager because Tank Bigsby's going to take a lot of opportunities away
I
from
just
you.
dropped him too.
8:40 on the clock.
ETN or Bigsby?
Pass to Calvin
I have
Austin,
ETN.
broken up. Christian Kirk, 4 receptions for 54 yards. Evan Ingram, 7 receptions for 67 yards. I like Christian Kirk. That was one of my bold takes that I was kind of nervous about preseason. Christian Kirk also had a touchdown. The only touchdown reception of the game for the Jags I think Christian Kirk is still going to be the number 1 wide receiver here, or a lot closer to the number 1 wide receiver than a lot of people think for the Jacksonville Jaguars over Calvin Ridley. After week 1, I felt like a total idiot. After week 2, I felt a little bit better. After week 3, we're kind of feeling a little bit better again.
I've got a scoring opportunity right here.
Kick is up.
They will
good.
take the lead. The Pittsburgh takes the lead for the first time in the game.
Pittsburgh takes the lead, and that's why you don't bet on this game, because why would you? Why would you trust either of these teams? On the other hand, CJ Stroud, 20 for 30 for 280.
Nice.
So that's almost 10 yards an attempt for 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, taking care of the ball, playing for the Houston Texans, putting up 37 on a team that won a playoff game last year. And people forget that, with a team that has a good quarterback. Devin Singletary, I guess, had a good game. Not a lot of production offensively for that running game. Tank Dell, 5 receptions, 145 yards, 29 yards of reception, and 1 touchdown. Tank Dell, rookie, wide receiver, kind of under the radar. Maybe a receiver you're going to have to start picking up after what we've seen the past couple of weeks. He's very quickly made some noise, and if you drafted him with 311 in your dynasty draft like I did, you feel really good about that. Anthony Ramos. What surprised you out of week 1 or week 3, wherever we are?
The fact that the Chargers didn't blow their shit. Were
the Chargers sitting 2-1?
No, we're 1-2.
1-2, actually, I think.
No,
right?
that's not good.
No.
You guys are done. You guys are absolutely screwed.
I think we'll be okay
Season's
now.
over.
Who's in your division?
Broncos, Raiders, and the Chiefs.
The Chiefs are going to be problematic.
Well, yeah, they always are.
The Broncos did not look good against Miami today.
And the Raiders are the Raiders.
They started off winning, didn't they? Weren't they
I
like
honestly,
10,
I didn't watch
10-0
any
or
of the game,
something?
but I saw the score, and there were 70 points on the board.
Yeah.
It feels like this early on in the season, we have a really good idea of the teams that have a shot and the teams that are absolutely dead in the water. I feel like this year, earlier on than in previous years. I feel like previous years, you kind of had to get a couple of looks at a couple of different teams, and then you kind of figure things out. This year, it feels like we got things figured out pretty quick.
I feel like today, putting a highlight back on the Cowboys and Cardinals really highlights the biggest weakness in the Cowboys, and that they always seem to like play down to their opponent as opposed to like rising to their strengths. My friend Richie, who is on the podcast, not you, a friend of mine who is also named Richie and likes Diet Coke.
We should get him invited back, by the way.
100%, yeah. But he's brought that point up before, and I think it's a valid one. Like, the Cowboys do have a real knack of not living up to their expectations, and like today, I think was a really good example of that. They came out so strong. They gave people an opportunity to be like, "Oh, it's our year," and it's like that meme that you see that goes around where it's like the dial. It's like, "Here's our year. Here's where they start losing. Here's where they start winning again. Too late in the season. Here's where they make the playoffs barely, and here's where they lose in the first round."
I love whenever the Cowboys lose because then I just get to talk shit to all my Mexican coworkers on Monday, and I just walk in.
She gets the accent on him. He's like Mexican coworkers.
I get to walk in and you just go, "Ay, qué triste."
There it is. There it is.
Alexa, what's castrate mean?
Josh Jacobs.
No Alexa's in the room, unfortunately.
Slaughtered in the
What did you
backfield
say?
again.
Qué triste. That means like how terrible or how yeah. Or like, oh, too bad, basically. Yeah.
I said cow.
Cow.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I don't speak Spanish that well.
Oh, okay.
He just knows the one way to make fun of Cowboys fans.
I know how to make fun of people in Spanish. I don't know how to speak the damn language properly. My parents never taught me.
Pendejo. That's all I know. They taught me that over at the corner store. 7:58 on the clock. Jimmy Garoppolo throwing up the guess who.
But he doesn't pull it in this
Devontae Adams takes a big shot. Devontae Adams
He
frustrated.
feels bad
with
about
himself.
that one.
Yeah.
He knew he threw that into
How
some
much
traffic.
of Jimmy Garoppolo's confidence comes from Devontae Adams' athleticism?
Well, yeah.
Almost all of it. Almost all
Mike
of
Tomlin goes ahead and talks shit.
Do you
to
see? Do you see
Devontae.
this like little
Watch him.
Oh, it's so good.
it. Ugh.
Great pass breakup, honestly.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah,
play
just
by
great play.
the
29
corner
there.
on that play.
Yeah.
Watt is a little bit tired, number 90. Split screen, 7:53, and are they going to get this snap away? No, they're not. They're going to have a delay a game or a timeout. Flag on the play. Did they get the timeout off? Delay a game. They did not get the timeout off. They elected not to use the timeout.
Jesus Christ,
That's
dude.
really shitty. That's at home. That's a delay a game at home.
See, the thing is, it's a close,
what we just saw.
it's a
Go ahead,
close
Anthony.
game. It's a close game. It should be more exciting, but it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, neither of these teams are going to produce anything.
Well, here is like I don't
Stop
think
getting
anybody
excited.
has like a really solid idea who's going to even win this game right now, which you would think make it even more fun to watch.
Yeah, it's a close game. It just seems like It just seems like a giant douche in a turd sandwich situation. Just like someone's gonna win, but you're not super excited about either.
Oh, hey, so
At least
the
one team won't be winning from prison.
so week
That is
5.
gonna happen. By
I think it's
Yeah, 100%.
I think it's week 7. Whenever the Cowboys play the Chargers on Monday night, I got to come back for that.
on Monday night. We might do a special Cowboys episode, but I won't be available until we'll have to start it at like
I'll
during
host
the
it.
first.
I got it. I'll host
Yeah.
it.
You want to? I mean, honestly,
An away podcast? We got an away podcast?
honestly, you definitely can. We would just have to teach you how to press the right buttons. There's no way we figure it out.
Imagine going a full like 3 hours. It's like, oh, we weren't recording.
That's
Oh,
basically my life,
shit.
bro.
Yeah, I mean,
My
when's
life is
that?
one big unrecorded
I think it's that Monday
podcast.
night game.
Week 7.
Week 7. Yeah, we got to get who should we invite? Who's an obnoxious Cowboys fan?
Steady.
Steady for sure.
You think he'll come?
Oh, dude.
He'll tell you he will for sure.
Yeah.
Tell you, no.
And sometimes he actually will, which is the fun part about him. I feel like if we invite him ahead of time and I follow up with him multiple times beforehand, he will.
I think he genuinely would love to be here, and I think he would be a good voice of the outrageous Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
I think he would represent that fan base well.
That's really what I like about him.
Yeah, he's
Because
just fun.
we do record from Dallas. Just
We do need to get like a real life Cowboys fan in here, you know?
we've had a couple.
See
Let's
it
go
for
to this
yourself.
and interview Big Tex.
Big Tex.
We're really close to the field.
We are very close.
Yeah.
That'd be a good segment, you know, if you went out there and just started asking like Cowboys fans, like, what do you think of the game tonight?
Do something at the Rose Bowl. Or not the Rose Bowl, sorry, the Cotton Bowl.
Cotton Bowl?
Yeah.
That's definitely a segment. We're watching a weather radar update. A big old storm blowing through what appears to be South Texas. Am I mistaken?
Yeah, they're showing pretty far south.
That's South Texas,
of
right?
Dallas.
One of the
That's
cities is
Waco
called,
down there to the right, it looks like.
One of the cities is called Mexia, which makes me feel like that's a lot souther than where we are up here in Dallas. Anthony Ramos.
Yeah, you're right.
Anthony Ramos, what's your take on that?
That's the skyline. That's where we live. There's a thunderstorm. There's thunder over our skyline.
Oh, wow.
That's a parking lot in what I assume is Irving. That looks like an Irving parking lot that we're looking at.
Kind of an awkward angle.
Are
just
you a
looking at
geoguesser guy?
I have a friend who's a superstar geoguesser.
Yeah, I was going to say, like...
I'm a fan of geoguesser, but I'm not a... Oh, so we're well within the severe thunderstorm watch.
I gotta drive back
That's
to
how
the
dedicated
too.
we are.
Yeah.
Even through a thunderstorm, we're
We
sitting
literally had a guest here earlier leave on an electric scooter to drive 6 miles.
We should probably check
We
in
should
on
check
it.
in.
I'm sure he's fine. And we're looking at the eye right now in Las Vegas. Man, that thing is sweet.
I want to...
How many accidents does that thing cause?
I don't know,
Well,
but I want to do mushrooms and look at it.
No, I don't want to do that, but
I don't want to do that.
I definitely do not want to do that. Not
I'm
in
with
Vegas.
Anthony on this. That's not the first time I've ever been like, Anthony said something very smart.
No way. No way. Hey, guess who's
I have done acid in Vegas, and I will say it was one of the best times in my life.
Sounds like fun. Ooh, he caught that.
But the dome didn't exist yet.
Did he get
in
2
real
feet
life.
down?
Yeah, he did.
He did.
He
All
tapped
right.
that.
All
That was a
right.
fucking good catch.
Pickens
Good
again
job.
on the catch?
Very athletic catch there.
Yeah, I don't want to look at that thing on mushrooms in Vegas. Like
Yeah, I feel like I'd be in Blade Runner 2049, you know?
To be fair, it'd be a lot worse if you were on mushrooms and it appeared somewhere else other than
yeah, that's true.
You're walking in the forest.
Yeah, dude.
And you
You're
see
in your bathroom. It's like, that's not what comes out of the toilet.
under
I
center,
closed the lid.
handoff. 6:27.
Ooh, look out. That's not a good look
on
when
the
you have
clock.
7. Looks like a casting couch on the tackle backstage.
It sure does. Not a good look. Maybe that thing is the reason we've seen upticks in UFO phenomenon. It's like attracting aliens because they're maybe on mushrooms too. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Just aliens.
Dude, they brought the mushrooms. Have you not listened to JRE?
JRE.
Helms.
And squids octopus are aliens too, right?
Yes.
Because they don't
Octopi.
share octopi. Because they don't share DNA like we do. Anyway, shotgun formation. So you know it's a throw. And it's broken up by the corner number 0. Richie, what do you think about players wearing number 0 in the NFL now?
That's a bold pick.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a bold pick. How new has that been a thing for?
This year.
This year. I was gonna say I don't think I've ever seen that before.
You gotta be pretty fucking confident in your abilities to put a 0 on your back and still
It's
feel
like
good
having
about
the
it.
number 1 or something.
Yeah.
Too. It's
I like wearing the number 1. I don't think I would ever wear the number 0. I think I would do like 1 if 1 was taken. I would be like, I'm not fucking playing.
See,
on
my
this team.
number was always
Contract negotiation time.
my number was always 5.
But then I'll
always
take
number
13.
5.
I'll take 13 if I couldn't get 1. Pass out of shotgun.
There's that flag.
It's going to be
yeah.
2 flags on the play. It's going to be defensive something. Be an automatic first down. I don't know what the corner did. Didn't look like a great throw. Wasn't close. But it's going to be holding or pass interference or sometime. We're looking at the replay right here. Getting a little handsy.
Yep.
And not blatant, honestly, unless we're seeing a jersey tug on a different angle. Maybe a slight jersey tug. Felt like a ticky-tack call, something that maybe the referees could have elected to not throw a flag on. But 2 referees did, so you kind of take it.
Bennett, number 0.
Jacorian. It's a great name.
That is a good name.
Yeah.
Jacorian Francis. You should name your second born that.
Yeah.
What's your firstborn?
I'm not gonna.
Oh
have
shit!
Najee Harris.
Najee?
No,
that's
that's not
not.
him.
That's Jalen Warren.
Yeah.
Was expected to get more touches this game playing for the Steelers. Might take over that backfield before we know it. A guy I invested in our Dynasty startup recently. Feel really good about that as well. Also had Jerome Ford, got 2 touchdowns. Has 3 touchdowns in like 6 quarters. No big deal. Anyways, Kenny Pickett in the shotgun, so you know it's a pass. And that is caught by Allen Robinson, who has had one good fantasy football game this year, which is more fantasy football games than he's had in the past 2 years.
He was kind of like Devin Duvernay in that sense, because last year he
Sickening.
popped off really, really, really hard for like 3 games and then did nothing for the rest of the year.
Yeah, once I started putting him in.
Yeah. I had the insight. I put him in the first time he popped off, and then the other 3 times. Then I put him in 1 week and he only got like 3 points. It really bit me in the ass.
Is he still with the Ravens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a nice return today.
A rare run out of shotgun formation, eaten up by the defense. It'll
goes
be 3rd
nowhere.
and 5. Handoff to Najee Harris up the middle. Goes for absolutely nothing. And we're getting close to halftime. I'm pretty hungry. I got a hamburger waiting for me downstairs. How are you guys feeling, food, beverage-wise?
All right.
Ramos.
I'm good.
Good.
It feels weird that this game's not at halftime yet. I won't lie.
This has been the longest first half in Sunday Night Football history. It has to be like
I feel by the
11
time this
o'clock.
does end, I might have regretted not ordering something.
It's not too late. We could definitely get you something to eat. It's, it is what it is, Miles. We can... flag on the play. Run up the middle. Don't hurt yourself.
Hey, he's going.
God.
Feels like that's going to be a holding. Feels like that's going to be a
Probably
holding.
on the offense. you would
What the
All
expect.
for nothing, maybe?
Feels like that's going to be a holding. And if it isn't a holding, I apologize for not getting more excited for that run, because that's a big run.
That was a big
good
run. And honestly, even if it is a holding, it's nice to see somebody like Pickett show that he does have some athleticism there.
No.
Yeah, he's not totally useless.
No. He's not a useless piece of shit.
Oh,
now that's
a bad.
Wow.
That's a rough one to eat, dude.
I didn't even see it. George
Illegal
Pickens on the
shift.
penalty, illegal shift.
Jeez.
Number 14. I didn't see if he was in motion or what was going on. He didn't get set. We're watching the replay. George Pickens on the bottom of the screen.
Was it
That's
just
a
that
bad
extra
call. That's
Was it
a
just
bad
that one
call.
step?
Step? Yeah.
He wasn't moving when the ball was snapped. That's a bad call. Steelers got absolutely hosed on that.
That wasn't great, dude.
Man, these
The referees
Vegas
have had a
refs.
really bad weekend.
These mafia
Honestly,
refs
there's-
right here, dude.
Richie, good call. They're in Vegas.
There was a call in the Jets game earlier that was very questionable.
He's going to do it again, though.
He did it again.
Wow.
Ball don't lie.
Wow.
Kenny Pickett runs for a first
He
down.
said,
Right.
fuck it, I don't care, I'll do it again.
Oh, no.
Who's down?
Doesn't look good.
A guy named number 51. I don't know him. I don't know how to say his last name. I've never heard of him before, but he is on the turf. That's what
Kuntz looks like he's in a lot of pain, is what it seems like to me.
that did look like what his name was. But, yeah, not good. Where will he be lined up? Will he be circled on the screen? We're looking at another Jalen Warren pass block. If Jalen Warren can pass block, why would you put Najee in over him, right?
Oh.
Good spin move out
Yeah.
of Kenny Pickett. Goes ahead of the first down line of gain. And man, I don't know, was that a tight end? Ugh. Looked like a Steelers blocker was gripping their wrist too. So I don't know if there was a big collision or what there. I totally missed it. I couldn't see. Kuntz. Malcolm Kuntz.
You have to have an accent when you say it.
Yeah. That's not something you can say with a Midwestern accent.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know.
A lot of them choose to, but you really shouldn't.
3:15, 14, 13, 12 on the clock here in the second half. Not too late to order some food. We're gonna have a long game if I had to guess. And so is Najee Harris getting tackled well in the backfield by Peters. Not Russell Peters. A different one. But a great tackle nonetheless for the Las Vegas Raiders. Najee Harris still struggling. But to the credit of the Pittsburgh Steelers and Matt Canada, they do run another running play out of shotgun, mixing it up a little bit. But now Kenny Pickett alone in the backfield, it's going to be a passing play. 2nd and 14. Kenny Pickett receives a snap, drops back, gets hit on the play, and basically a throwaway. Barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. Looks like Max Crosby and a couple of others on the pressure there for the Las Vegas Raiders. Interesting stance, interesting 3-point stance for Max Crosby lining up as a left end. He goes whoop whoop on the inside and whoop whoop on the outside as the tackle overcommits.
What
Kenny
an
Pickett
awkward
does
throw.
a weird awkward throwaway like a fairy.
Little jumper, yep.
But if Max Crosby, if that man was in my face too, about to murder me, I would probably throw the ball away like that too. Looks like Jalen
It
Warren.
was impressive how he threw the ball forward while the rest of his
ran it.
entire body backwards.
Jalen Warren up the middle. They're trying to get in the field goal range. They believe in their defense right now. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to kick a field goal here and go up.
That actually might get me something to eat. I'm looking at what you got around here. You got some pretty good options around here, dude.
You're damn right. You can get
You can
serious
see how
pizza.
compelling a game it is when they're looking at Uber Eats during the,
Yeah,
the 2-minute warning.
It's such a compelling
Sponsors
game, dude.
hit us up. You know?
We are at the 2-minute warning. Yeah, we would love to let you know. Give us literally, if you give us $5, I'll put something on the scroll. Just give me $5. I'll do it if it'll buy us sometime. But yeah, doesn't feel like either of these teams are any good. There's no reason to be excited about either of them. They're not going to make the playoffs. Not in their
To be
division.
fair, they're choosing a Saturday night game that is close. Like that's like you want. That's
Yeah.
what you want.
Yeah, but I would rather see the Dolphins put up 70. You know,
That was more
Yeah.
exciting.
that would have been way cooler. I would have loved calling the Dolphins putting
It
up
feels
70
like
points.
nobody watched that game. Like
I didn't even have it on.
it wasn't the local game for anyone outside of Georgia.
Well, to a credit to the Dolphins, that team is really good.
Yeah.
And the reason it's not an interesting game is because you just knew the Dolphins were going to blow them out, but you didn't think it'd be that bad.
Not by that many.
You
Yeah.
You didn't think it'd be that bad. That was bad. That was really bad.
To some extent, you almost wonder like the Dolphins either knew they're like, hey, we can go for a record, or it's like, hey, let's give our guys some rest.
It seemed
They
like
could have pulled out in the third quarter. And
they
they'd
did
have been fine.
though.
Yeah.
They did. They pulled out their starters and they still scored 2 touchdowns on 2 like 40+ yard plays.
Good for them.
That's what was crazy about it is they put their starters away early and still scored a couple of times.
I jokingly mentioned the idea. It was about the Cardinals Cowboys, about like when a team is that so much favored. I almost wish like they would consider like let's rest our stars this week. Like they can all go to Hawaii for the weekend and like get some downtime. They're gonna come back in
Well-
week 4 so much more centered.
I mean you haven't seen that with 17 games yet, but if they put an 18th game in, I feel like you could definitely see some like Derrick Henrys and Nick Chubbs and Amari Coopers and like Elder.
Isn't it arguably like a better for your team? I mean, think about how many injuries. Like as fantasy managers, we're constantly looking at these like questionable calls from week to week. Where you're looking, it's like, well, they didn't do a full practice Wednesday, but they might on Thursday or Friday, and it's like by the time they get to Sunday, it's like halftime. It's like, well, damn, if their ankle hurts that bad, should I play them anyway? Because they're probably not going to do much. Like I almost wish my player could get a weekend getaway once. Like week 7, don't play. Like I'll take the L.
As a Cooper Kupp fantasy manager, and I have a lot of exposure to him. Luckily, I have a lot of exposure to Puka Nacua too, which has really been my saving grace this season. But I was just like, just put him on ice, man. Just put him on IR. Bring him back week 5. Hopefully at 120%, and then we just have Cooper Kupp play the rest of the season. So yeah, I would love. I mean, either they're going to have to give them 2 bye weeks in the season if they add an 18th week, or they're gonna have to give some of these veterans some vacations mid-season, just like get away from the facility, like take some rest, and we'll see you next week, sort of thing. I think that's totally valid. Miles Francis. But hopefully they don't, man. And also the season's just like we said already, like we already know what teams are good, which is kind of like the fun part of the season, is discovering who's good and who sucks. Feels like we got a pretty good understanding of like the 8 teams that can make a push for a legitimate Super Bowl.
I apologize for being rude. I just placed an order for food, but I am now mentally back. My apologies.
Honestly, I thought this was the most interesting you've ever been.
The podcast was getting good for a second there.
I was out to subscribe.
I wouldn't recommend subscribing to this channel. This channel stinks. Got a bunch of idiots. I am excited to eat some food, and I've never been more excited to eat some food during a Sunday night football game than this, because this game stinks.
See, and again, it's a one possession game. It should be good. Less than a touchdown apart, guys. Like, this could happen.
I should be more excited, but it's just like the Steelers stink so bad, and that's why you feel bad about the Browns, because like the Browns lost to them, and they're just like, they stink.
It's like whenever you get games like this early on in the season, it's like, yeah, sure, it's the highlight game and everything, but there's no contention for either one of these teams. Neither one of them are going anywhere this season.
Josh Jacobs
again.
still
So
struggling.
what is it about the? Okay, they've got a superstar running back. They've got a superstar or two wide receivers. They've got a handsome as fuck quarterback, apparently. What is missing from Las Vegas that they are just such a joke in everybody's eyes? Which I agree with, but like, why?
Winning football games would be
Where is it? Like, is their defense? Is it their defense? Is it their O line?
I don't think their defense does them a lot of favors. But
well, their management has drafted people who repeatedly get arrested or kicked out of the league.
That's what being a Raider is.
Yeah, but it's
literally.
just
Like, don't take away the spirit of the. Don't
that's
attack
the company
the spirit
culture.
of the team. You know?
That's the company culture right there.
But when you start killing people and going to jail because you're driving like an idiot,
Yeah.
Okay, but that would be like telling like people at Google not to hire somebody because they do a lot of LSD.
yeah, but LSD's never hurt anybody, and
Thank you. This is.
and
I don't know, dude. Look
going
at
120 down.
I don't know. I've taken a lot of.
Yeah.
I ended up on this podcast, so it has been great for me.
it. Dude, you say LSD doesn't hurt people. Look at fucking Aaron Rodgers, dude. Look where he is right now. Fucking.
Yeah, you could be getting paid millions of dollars to not do shit this season. They're right. He's really fucking life up.
That's an excellent point out of you too.
He just robbed that whole fucking city. And like nobody's upset about it.
Aaron Rodgers,
Yeah.
he didn't rob anybody. He's going to be there for another 2 years, and he lost on purpose so the
How
Jets
old
can
is he?
tank and get Marvin Harrison Jr. in the
Dude,
draft.
no, I know he's gonna be the first wide receiver to go.
Oh, sack. Jimmy Garoppolo stripped.
But
That
Were the
play,
knees
I
down,
think I heard
though?
a whistle.
I think the knees were down.
Knees
know what,
didn't
dude?
look like they were down.
you know what, dude? I think. Oh God, I hope he's okay.
Ooh. Ooh,
That looked
didn't look
like
good.
a very
No.
awkward
Oh,
way
God,
he was
no.
bending.
Didn't look like he has full control of that right foot.
That's.
Oh boy. Okay, and then the backup for the
Who's the
Raiders
backup?
is.
I have no idea.
Oh, that's a bad sign.
I bet he's trending upwards in fantasy right now.
Yep.
So his legs get trapped here.
TJ
and
Watt.
then
Oh,
no.
Left knees looks like a valgus stress, which would indicate an MCL strain. Also cranked the ankle.
Yeah,
could be
both
a medial
ankles.
ankle
Both
sprain or a
ankles.
high ankle sprain.
That
Either
was-
or,
that
not
was rough.
great. Hopefully, it's not as bad as it looked. Maybe we'll see him come back, or maybe we'll see his backup, which would make the game even more exciting than it is, right? Miles Francis?
I mean, we wanted to be close.
Jimmy Garoppolo's backup comes on the field. That's what we want to see here on Sunday night. Thank you, NFL, for everything that you've given us. Punts away, 43 seconds on the clock.
I feel like it answers like an old like question, like people ask
So not even a good punt.
if a tree falls and no one's in the woods to hear it, it doesn't make a sound. If you have one of the best receivers in the NFL, but a quarterback that can't throw the ball to them, do you have a team? I think these are the types of answers that we're going to get tonight.
Jimmy Garoppolo walking gingerly on the sideline, but he's Greek. He's got some good counterweight off that ankle.
Yeah, he's moving.
Put some
on his
Windex
feet.
on it, Jimmy.
I think he'll be fine.
That's my big.
Looks
fat
like he'll be
Greek
fine.
wedding
He's got the
joke.
C on his
Yeah, they're
chest.
just uncultured.
Dude, going back to Marvin Harrison Jr. though, I think that if any team's gonna scoop him up in the draft at this rate, it's probably gonna be the Bears.
Yeah, I guess if they're just going to fully commit to Justin Fields, but they're going to need another new coaching staff there. Unfortunately, it's just And maybe, honestly, at this point, it is just Justin Fields. And I hate to say that out loud, but maybe it is Justin Fields is the issue there in Chicago.
Way it goes.
Najee Harris, draw up the middle. Again, a run out of the shotgun formation, which is exciting to see out of the Steelers. However, there is only 25 seconds left in the half, and it feels like that's going to be the last play of the first half. Hey, let's make some noise for us.
We did it. We made it through a half. We
That's
did
the
it.
game, right? All right, see you guys next week.
We've got. Don't close your fucking browser, even if you're not watching. All right, you two. That's a lot of people for us.
Hey, we got 2-to-1 coverage for this game.
Hey, all the bots are still gonna be watching. All right,
We'll see you after the halftime show by Taylor Swift here on Sunday Night Football. Please subscribe to the channel. We'll see you in a little bit. I'm gonna click a couple of buttons on the screen to do that. And that's gonna be a loop, but I'm gonna turn on music, and we're still live on the microphones here, and I'm gonna mute the microphones. Yes. Oh, hello, and we're back with another segment to this live watch party here on YouTube and on Facebook. You're watching What Are We Talking About with Jamie Jakes. I am him. To my right, your left, Anthony Ramoz. What did you think about the first half?
Dude, this is such a riveting game. I mean,
Convincing.
I don't know what happened in like the last half of the second quarter because I was ordering Uber Eats because, like I said, this game's very riveting.
You didn't miss much.
Yeah, and all I know is that Josh Jacobs has done nothing. So
The same thing he's done the first 2 games of the season. Very concerning at this point.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs. Pass
Ooh.
to Myers, who's been getting a lot of targets this game. Looked pretty good in the first half. Had a couple of very big plays. Is it thunder and lightning outside, or am I seeing things? Anthony?
Might be. I don't know. I didn't notice.
There are thunderstorm warnings here in Dallas where we are recording. If our feed explodes, it's probably because we lost power or something. So we appreciate you. Subscribe to our channel. We only have one fiber running into this house, though. Just like Jimmy Garoppolo only has one player to his left-hand side in the
Do
shotgun
they
formation
really
right
need
now.
to fucking... I don't know why this game is not very
Jimmy
interesting.
Garoppolo throws it deep
Wow,
over
holy
the middle.
shit, he held on to that.
Uh-oh, flag on the play.
Wait, did he pick it?
Devontae Adams took a big shot. Might have been helmet-to-helmet contact with how late that flag came in. Referee, the field judge, touching the player right on the tummy, making him feel more comfortable. Unnecessary roughness.
There is no foul.
No foul. So next question, is Devontae Adams okay? Takes it. Oh wow!
Yeah.
Clean shot.
That was a clean hit.
over the middle.
I'm sure he's fine. Just got the...
Oh, Jimmy Garoppolo leaves his star wide receiver kind of out to dry on that play. If
I mean, I think he just got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, he took a big shot. That probably did not feel great, but clean hit. Devontae Adams back on the field, not hitting the helmet, so at least there's that. 14-48 if you're trying to sync up with us at home. 22-21 on the play clock. Snaps away. Jimmy Garoppolo again in shotgun, throws it over the middle for what appears to be a gain of 6, but that's going to be 4th down
Man,
for the Las Vegas Raiders.
just
Making
riveting.
Fitzpatrick
This
on the
is
tackle.
entire game has just been just like this. Very
Just
high intensity football.
yeah, this is, that flag, when they picked that flag up, that was
God
exciting.
Damn.
Great play. I mean, but you're right, Anthony. Tough to get excited about these two football teams at this point in
It is funny.
in their season. Oh, thank you, Miles Francis, for getting me a lager for the Lakes.
Hope it's delightful.
You missed so much, buddy.
Yeah, looks like it.
There was some pretty mediocre football from both sides. And even Devontae Adams couldn't bring it back, which is the concerning part.
Yeah,
What's
'cause he
not
got-
concerning is how cute that dog is, Miles Francis.
Oh, it's true. Boston's adorable.
My dog Boston, the star of the show most times. Honestly helps with engagement because if a video does go viral, my dog usually is in the background. Like it's either
We should get
freaking
Boston
out.
an Instagram profile.
Well, I mean,
Share your links if nothing else.
he's got more shout outs in our comment section than any of us, so.
I believe it.
It's hard to compete.
It
He's
is.
also got more jokes than Anthony Ramos.
Okay.
I wrote a new joke once.
I think only people that have won a fantasy game can say shit.
Nice. Kenny
Touche.
Pickett can't talk
Touche.
shit because he hasn't won much in the NFL. He wears 2 gloves. Rolls out to the right.
A quarterback that wears 2 gloves you cannot trust. That's one glove, sure, okay, yeah, whatever. You think you're Tom Brady, cool. 2 gloves, like Terry Bridgewater, I hate that shit.
Terry.
I felt targeted.
Teddy.
I love that his nickname in your head is Terry Bridgewater.
Yeah.
Terry, put it
Teddy
in reverse.
Bradshaw.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
Put it in reverse. Kenny Pickett put it in reverse. Put getting into shotgun formation. Najee Harris to his left. Number 22 in shotgun. Handoff up the middle for a first down. And it is lightning outside.
We do got some stormage happening for sure.
For sure.
I feel bad for my Uber driver.
Severe
Or
thunderstorms.
my Uber Eats guy.
Oh, man.
Anthony's got food on the way. What did you order, Anthony?
I got a health bowl kind of shit.
Oh.
Been trying to watch what I eat. Yeah.
Well,
It's pretty stupid, yeah.
how many calories does this have? This lager have?
I don't know, but I've had 3 Bud Light Platinums, so...
Honestly, I respect it. Natalie's been getting into shape. You know who else is getting into shape?
Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett with
Oh
throw
my
over the
God.
middle. Missed by a mile. Receiver didn't even really reach for it, which tells you all you need to know about how close that throw was. Max Crosby again on the pressure.
That's another wasted talent right there.
That's what I'm saying. Max Crosby, big pop, big shot
Because he's so fucking good.
on Kenny Pickett.
Big hit, too.
Yeah, I hope the Raiders lose and then the Browns just trade for him.
You know
and
where
then
I want-
nobody scores on the Browns.
No, I want to see him on the Chargers.
Opposite of Joey Bosa. No, we're talking about players we don't want to see their talent wasted, Anthony.
Okay, dude.
That's why he needs to go to play for the Browns.
Might as well go play for the fucking Colts at that point,
Yeah,
dude.
well,
What the hell?
I mean, honestly, the Colts look great, so they won.
Yeah, with
In
Gardner
overtime today?
Minshew.
They beat the Ravens.
They
Yeah.
won. Wait, they won in overtime
The
today?
Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
Of Baltimore.
I left to come here when the Colts turned over the ball to the Ravens in midfield. I thought
Yeah.
they had it.
That was a bet that I recommended on our gambling podcast was Colts. I believe it was plus 7.5 at the time. Honestly, got a bad number. Didn't matter. Colts went outright. I probably could have gotten it at 8 or 8.5 if you waited on it, but hey, winner's a winner. Giving them out every single Tuesday night. Kenny Pickett over the middle, giving it out
Another Pittsburgh play.
to Pickens, showing some impressive speed over the middle. Or is it just the Vegas defense looking slow as shit? Max
It does
Crosby,
feel like the Vegas defense is not good.
outside
Though
of
he
Crosby.
popped through right there like so quick, he just was not.
Yeah, I got some pressure. Pickens lining up in the slot, crossing route, just a simple crossing route concept. Man coverage, good call on man coverage there. But
I feel like if he was wearing a 1, he would have even chased him down.
Max Crosby's tired. He's on the sideline, grabbing for his groin. You always love seeing that out of your best defensive player on a struggling defense. Play action, toss to Jalen Warren, tackled for a gain of 2. Riveting stuff.
Dude, this game is like... Are we watching the Super Bowl? Because, like...
They're playing for every single yard here on Sunday night. Anthony Ramos. I can't wait for Monday.
Dude, Monday's going to be...
Monday has
game
actually
tomorrow.
some good game. Yeah, there's some good games lined up tomorrow.
Yeah. And Max Crosby got up gingerly last play, came off for literally 1 snap. He's back on the field. So, thanks for showing us that scary replay.
Yeah, dude, the Raiders can't afford to play too many snaps without him.
Kenny Pickett, Najee Harris,
Clap
up the
is
middle
right
for a
around.
gain of
2
1 yard. All right, 3rd down. Max Crosby on the tackle. A very handsome, aging, handsome man on the screen.
He looks way happier than a coach that's losing at the second half usually does, to be honest.
Mike Tomlin. He's always having a good time. He knows his team's never out because he's just a better head coach than anybody else in the NFL. So he'll just like look at players like Max Crosby and just think to himself like, man, I wish I had some more things on my team. Kenny Pickett on his team in shotgun drops back, 3rd and 7, pressured by Max Crosby.
Throws it
Ball
away.
thrown away.
And it's gone.
It's going to be a far field goal attempt. If they do elect to go for it, it'll be about a 57-yarder from where they are on the field. Kenny Pickett yogging off the field.
Which, doesn't it seem we have like a couple of like superhuman kickers in the NFL this season?
Dude.
Yeah. Yeah, Justin Tucker missed one short from 61, which the announcers really did him no favors because the announcers were like, "Oh, well, this is a chip shot for Justin Tucker, lining up for a 61-yard field goal, misses it short."
Because the record's like 70, right?
He owns the record, 66 yards.
Oh my god,
Kick
he
is up,
drilled
kick is-
that.
he
Holy
murdered
shit.
Field goal is good.
He drilled the shit out
Yeah,
of
that's
that.
a definite case of like, what have you done for me lately?
9:28 left on the clock. Steelers go up by
Laces out, boom.
a substantial kick.
He drilled the shit
Yeah,
out of that
murdered
thing.
it. So someone kicked a 62-yarder though right after that. It was Matt Prater. Who does Matt Prater kick for now? Anyone remember?
You?
Matt Prater had a bomb today. I don't remember who it was for, but he did have one. My dog running through the studio. We're watching an electric car commercial.
He's getting excited for the rain outside.
We have a lot of electric, like charging stations everywhere I go now here in Dallas, which is exciting.
Interesting.
If they could make an electric car affordable, or if I can afford a nice electric car, that would make it easier for me to get one. And I could have a sweet scooter like James too.
That would be cool. You could charge it at the same place.
Yeah, or Spencer rather, not James.
What the hell?
What the hell?
I saw a couple of these the other day out where I'm at in McKinney, and I was really confused because I couldn't tell what kind of car it was.
The electric Hondas,
Yeah, Hyundais.
Hyundais, Kona. Yeah, I feel like I am old school though. Like, I'm gonna miss gears.
You like loud cars?
No, I mean the loudness is. I just like the gears. I like the gears.
So what if they could simulate with an electric vehicle shifting through the V8?
It would be stupid for them to do it because it would chew up their own motor. But I don't know. If I'm not burning fossil fuels, it's just not the same for me.
That's fair.
You know?
Instead of a gas meter, maybe like we could display like the animals that you're slowly putting out of extinction or into extinction, I should say. That cool?
Well, that's global warming. That's a little bit more difficult to calculate. But I would like a dinosaur meter about like how many dinosaurs had to die for me to use the oil in my car.
Yeah, dude. It's 2 T-Rexes and a raptor to get to Austin from here.
Steelers Mexican fans? What the fuck? Why even have a towel like that? like what?
Explain.
I
Yeah,
know.
I don't understand your criticism.
No, it's just weird. It's just like funny. It's just weird because I don't see any other Steelers fans doing that kind of shit. It's just funny. Oh no,
He's wearing an apron, a chef's hat, and an oven mitt to a game, dude.
But he's not Mexican.
dude. There's some people that like dress up as like full-fledged like players, like with helmets and everything.
Like Jimmy Garoppolo, full-fledged.
yeah, they just picked him out of the stands.
He is handsome. I hate his number, honestly. Number 10 for the Raiders. Like, wear something else.
As a QB, it's not a good number. I don't know why. But I do hate it.
What's your favorite number for a QB?
Doesn't look good. I mean, 12 or 1, I guess. Or 8.
I feel like it's going to point at... oh my god.
I'll be right back.
You good?
Oh yeah,
Food's here.
Food's here.
Oh, that makes sense.
Watch out for our microphone cords, Anthony Ramos.
Sorry.
I'm not a big Brett Favre fan as, like, in general, but I feel like 4 is, like, a great quarterback number.
I don't like 4.
No?
Run for 5 yards on the play. It's second and about 4. 9, 17, 16 in the third quarter if you're trying to sync up with us at home. We're looking at a J.J. Watt tweet about his brother, about his good at being a defensive tackle. I didn't realize how much taller J.J. Watt is over T.J. That's interesting.
TJ's adopted.
You think?
No.
Run up the middle for another yard, another gain of 3. It might be a first down or 3rd and 1.
Jacobs really still hasn't done anything to, like, convince me that he's
It looks like
the one this season.
they're showing Chris Collinsworth and this other guy talking about this game, and they look about as bored as we do.
They don't look excited. Look at Collinsworth's body language.
Yeah, he looks. I was feeling bad about Milo energy, but they are bored up there. This is bad football. This is just bad football. Jimmy Garoppolo, speaking of bad football, under center number 10. Quick slant to Devontae, who's carrying the whole offense.
Devontae is a beast, dude. Devontae already at 29.5 points in our full PPR first down point league.
Oh, wow.
And even with me having him at 29.5 points, I'm still only 2% to win.
Bad week out of you. Yeah,
But dude, like if you look at my I have Jordan Love who did 25 and 3/4. I've got ETN who did 25.5. I got Williams who only did 12, not great. Stephon Diggs 24. Devontae Adams already at 30. Like there was good production there. It's just the teams I've been playing have been. No, I'm a 1 point behind right now situation.
play action pass thrown away. Target sorted to Josh Jacobs, but not really, just a throwaway. 7:25 on the game clock, 31, 30, 29 on the play clock. I'm trying to sync up with us at home. We're watching an extra tackle in to block Mr. Watt. Spoiler alert, does not go well. Miles Francis. Definitely the week 3 is the week of the defensive ends. Getting a lot of pressure. Speaking of defensive ends, up in his face.
Wow.
Intercepted. Lightning blasting off here in Dallas.
I would not have expected this to turn into any sort of blowout, but that's what it's
Yeah.
looking to start becoming.
In a game, it's a 9-point game. Feels like an insurmountable lead at this point, the way this Pittsburgh Steelers defense is sort of playing.
Wow.
I would argue even more so the way that the Vegas offense is playing, because again, without Devontae Adams, they have zero production.
Yeah, at least it's spooky. It's feeling like fall out here with all the rain coming in here in Dallas, Texas.
I just can't believe this game is actually like. I really wish it was more like fun.
Yeah, I was expecting
Richie was gonna stay for the whole thing, but he just couldn't take it anymore.
Oh yeah, Richie left. There's a player that has recently been putting on the trade blocks of my Dynasty League. Let's go ahead and check this out here now that I have good Wi-Fi. DJ Chark. Oh, okay, that's exciting. On the waiver wires. Thank you. No thank you. Looks like I have locked in 1 loss and 2 wins, probably very likely 3 wins I've locked in. Got 1 more that I'm waiting on that we're going to wait till Dallas Goedert disappoints us and Jalen Hurts disappoints us. Hopefully not a weather game. Looking like a weather game. I lost a whole bet today solely based on weather, and it was like the most perfect field conditions of all time, which was the Bills.
Wait, what was the bet?
Oh, I bet. I think the Bills played Washington. I think I bet Washington plus 8.5 or something like that, and they just got absolutely slaughtered. Sam Howell looked horrible. Brian Robinson looked good. That was kind of like their only plus on that offense. Was Brian Robinson looked great again? That kid's a superstar. Excited to see him for the next handful of years in the NFL. Speaking of people I'd like to see more in the NFL, Jalen Warren is playing okay today, which we should be excited about.
What's up with Jahmyr Gibbs?
I don't know. He looked sort of disappointing today. Granted, the Lions slaughtered the Falcons. Like, was never even a game. If the Lions defense plays like that for the rest of the season, they're going to be an issue. I was also really impressed by the Falcons' rushing defense, which they have been good against the run all season. It's just like through 2 weeks, you're like, are they legit or not? I think that Falcons defense is legit, but I think that offense is just going to be really kind of dependent upon the run and dependent on playing with the lead. If they're ever from behind, like you are going to play from behind if you're playing the Lions, with how explosive that offense is with Jared Goff. Pass over the middle to Pickens for a first down.
I want Bijan to
play.
I want Bijan on a different team already.
Yeah.
I drafted Bijan a lot.
No, I want him off the Falcons. Like
Oh.
I want him somewhere where like he
No,
can.
no. That's a great situation for him to be in. That's a great running offense. They just can't pass the ball. That's the issue.
So you build around Bijan, or what do you do?
You need a quarterback.
Yeah.
That's all you need. That's all you need. Go get Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins take that team to a Super Bowl. There's no doubt in my mind.
I don't think Kirk Cousins has much in him anymore.
What are you talking about? He's like the number 2 fantasy quarterback this season.
No, in terms of like, yeah, but his team is also 0-3.
But he's balling right now. Kirk Cousins is balling right now. It's the defense is letting him down. Kirk Cousins statistically is playing out of his mind right now. And so is Justin Jefferson, by the way, putting up big numbers. Granted, they have to, right, because they're playing from behind so much. But that's not Kirk Cousins' fault. That's the defense's fault. And it is light.
We're getting some storms here in Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot more electricity here than there is anywhere on this field.
Okay, 5:54 or 53, 52 on the clock. Snap is away.
I feel like you were fast counting it optimistically.
Play action to Jalen
And
Warren.
once again, the Pittsburgh Steelers are just showing that they are going to dominate this defense.
Jalen Warren. That's an exciting play if you're a Jalen Warren manager, especially in best ball. If he has a big game tonight, he might win you the week from your flex position if you had a couple of injuries. If you drafted Nick Chubb, took Jalen Warren late on in your best ball draft, you're liking that run.
I'm liking how the Raiders are looking right now because the Chargers play them next week.
That look horrible.
How did you become a Chargers fan?
Rey Mysterio.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
like that ass. I was really big into Rey Mysterio when I was a kid, and then after
Past
I
the
found out
Friday
about the
move.
Chargers, I started
down.
watching because of LaDainian Tomlinson.
Big move chant in Vegas. You can hear
Man.
it.
How were you? How do you feel about Philip Rivers?
I hate Philip Rivers.
Most people do.
I don't know, dude. I should love him because that's the quarterback I grew up watching, but fucking I just don't like Philip Rivers. He's like the anti-clutch.
He's got a lot of children.
Yeah.
Threw the
Can't-
ball like a medicine ball his last 2 years in the NFL.
Can't pull out shit, not even a fucking win.
Najee looking a little bit energized. after
Najee's the
Jalen
only really
Warren.
shining star on this entire Pittsburgh team.
Oh no.
Ooh, gets up slow. Najee, and it is
No.
officially Jalen Warren season. Welcome to it. Najee getting up real slow. Jalen Warren going to have a massive game here. Probably going to win the starting position after this unfortunate error. Bless you, Miles Francis. God bless you. Did you notice our Jesus candle? It in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
It smelled good, right?
You gotta put it in water. Like you put it in like you like a Mexican tradition thing. You
What
put
do
it
you
in
do?
a little cup.
Okay.
And you put it in a little bit of water.
We bought it at a fiesta. That's why.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I brought it up.
Like a party or a grocery store?
Well, the grocery store fiesta is a party. So.
Hey, I shop at Fiesta, bro. I like Fiesta.
It's the only grocery store within like 14 miles of our house. Unfortunately, but fortunately, it's like 2 miles from our house and it's never busy. So we went there.
Doesn't sound like much of a party.
Well, they have a lot of they have an impressive collection of piñatas there. Like the selection there, very impressive. Like a big whole aisle dedicated to piñatas. Pass
Wow.
in the end zone. Fryer move for a touchdown. It's his first touchdown.
See, I should
for
be
the
excited
season.
because he's on one of my fantasy teams, but I mean, it's
It's
the
22.
Steelers.
Who would have thought 22-7?
This is bad. But you know who isn't bad is Jalen Warren.
I think this game is largely like a not entertaining game because we already saw the Cardinals blow out the Cowboys.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Like I feel like that kind of already gave us all our like underdog upset rise of the night.
Oh, no.
And I would very much consider the Pittsburgh Steelers to be the underdogs here in this game tonight.
Would you? I don't know what the opening line was. I don't think any of us bet on it, but I think...
I don't think it was like going to be a blowout, but I feel like when you look at the tools that I keep going back to it, but I feel like Las Vegas has a lot of individual tools that are really good.
Like what? Devontae Adams and Max Crosby, and that's it? I think that's the issue.
They've got Jacoby Myers. You guys have gone on and on about how handsome their quarterback is, and we
Yeah.
all know
Well.
that if you're not handsome, you cannot throw the ball in the NFL.
I agree. Wholeheartedly, I agree with what you just said. Can't dispute it. I don't know. Fantasy football. Najee Harris. Injury report from Twitter. What did we see? According to... Not sure what's hurting for him. Could just be out of breath. Not used to running that far down the field. What? Something to monitor. Out of Jeff Mueller, who is a doctor of physical therapy. Hilarious tweet out of him. Because Najee Harris has been incredibly inefficient as of late for the Pittsburgh Steelers. As is their whole entire offense. And there's Travis Kelce. Shout out to Pfizer. Did y'all get your 5th booster yet?
No.
No, sir.
Well, Biden recommended it, so you better get on it, you guys.
Hey, buddy. Buddy. I know.
I do prefer the Taylor Swift Capital One commercials over that other lady.
I think Chiefs fans do now, too.
Why? They're undefeated with Taylor Swift.
Exactly.
What is going to happen when the Chiefs play the Eagles?
Well, I already saw a whole... Did Natalie send that to you? There's like a big, long...
She asked me to bring it up, but no, she didn't.
14-minute TikTok about what Taylor Swift is going to emotionally damage Travis Kelce in the Super Bowl against the Eagles. So, and then she's going to be a surprise halftime performer, and Travis Kelce is going to be so shook that they're going to lose the Super Bowl because of it.
That makes sense. They did announce that Usher was going to perform at the Super Bowl
Yeah,
today.
I don't think
Do you think Taylor Swift and Usher have a crossover coming?
I think we're gonna see Lil Jon and Ludacris.
Oh my god, that would be
Whoa!
amazing.
Big lightning strike outside. Super cool. Super spooky. Loving that.
That would be great. That would be
funny.
that would be really memorable too.
Lil Jon and Ludacris come out and you realize, oh shit, these dudes are old. It's like whenever they had all the West Coast rappers come out.
I love that halftime.
No, that
show.
was cool. It was fun, but I was just like, damn, these dudes are old now.
Mhm.
23-7. Kick is away. 3:56 on the clock. Kicked into the end zone. Let's see if the Raiders can get any offense whatsoever.
Who's getting
going.
married?
Josh McDaniels. We're seeing a graphic with Mike Tomlin and the Steelers mascot. Bill Carr, who's a traitor to the Pittsburgh nation. No idea who Chuck Noll is.
Oh shit.
Josh Jacobs probably biggest run of the game for
Yeah.
7.5
Just shy of the
yards.
first down though.
They just don't do shit, dude.
Mike Tomlin and the Steelers feel like they might be actually kind of like a good team this year. Not surprising because Mike Tomlin's the best head coach in the NFL, and despite how bad his teams are, he just kind of figures it out.
That's an interesting point. You think that he is the best head coach in the NFL?
Yeah, I think he's been the best coach in the NFL for the past couple of years. Him and Andy Reid.
That is true. Nobody ever blames him.
He's never had a losing season, which is insane in the NFL with how stacked it is against you.
Yeah,
And how he's had bad luck too. Like he's had injuries at quarterback and still figured out how to win. He's just, I wouldn't trust him with challenging calls, but he gets his guys ready and they perform every single year for him. You can't argue with that sort of success. Another big catch over the middle for 15 yards. The Raiders trying to make it sort of interesting here. A draw for Josh Jacobs for a half a yard.
It does kind of.
And he's down.
Oh no!
Oh, no,
Get up!
They're helping him up, getting up pretty gingerly. He was reaching for his chest, and now he's limping off the field. Okay. 2:21 on the clock. There were so many good games on today.
Yeah,
And they were all at noon.
And then you end the day on this bullshit. Because dude, that Chargers game had my fucking heart racing the entire time.
Yeah, oh, that was an electric game. I knew that. We were talking about on the gambling podcast earlier this week. It was like, we're not even going to bet this game. We're not going to regret it because we're just going to sit back and like relax and watch what a shit show this game is going to be.
It was
like
oh
the Raiders
God.
and the Chargers playing each other. Like, yes, please. Like, I don't need any interest in that whatsoever financially.
Wait, who in the Chargers?
The Vikings and the Chargers.
Yeah, Vikings. Yeah.
It was just, I mean, exactly what you would have guessed. Just like a total shit show. Tons of turnovers. Like, someone's gonna give up.
Adam Thielen going off.
Yeah. No, that's not the Chargers. That was for Carolina.
Yeah, he's on Carolina now.
Oh, I thought he was in the Vikings.
No.
Used to be for the Vikings. Now he catches balls
In Carolina.
for the Panthers. My phone fell on the floor.
Got you, homie.
Thank you. Yeah, Adam Thielen, I think the number 2 receiver still on the weekend.
It's
Fantasy
wild.
football. That's Caleb Williams on a Wendy's commercial.
Man, the Commanders' defense was disappointing today. One point, which made them my highest scoring defense out of my 2 leagues.
Dude, the Commanders were disappointing today.
I always expect the Commanders to be disappointing as a
They
thing.
played the Bills today, is that right? Yeah. That was another game I didn't have on. I had on the Patriots game, which was a no-doubter. Super obvious.
See, I disagree. That game was ridiculous. So that game should have been a no-doubter, but that game stayed interesting till the very last second because they just kept getting circumstantial chances to stay in the game.
That was my biggest bet of the weekend, and I never honestly sweated it. Even when because I just have that little faith in Zach Wilson and that Jets offense. I think even with Aaron Rodgers, that offense would have had a difficult time operating.
And even then, Cobb almost caught that ball at the end to make that whole game a different
Yeah,
outcome.
I guess, but I wasn't worried. That was an easy win for me. And then I had the Browns game, which the Browns absolutely dominated the Titans, which was a big surprise to me.
I did not expect that to be a domination of that. And again,
It was a laughing stock. Honestly, Jim Schwartz might do that to a lot of offenses this year. He's done it to the Bengals, he's done it to the Steelers, and now he's done it to the Titans. He just made a lot of high end to average offenses look like just stupid pieces of shit. Which is really, really commendable. That Cleveland Browns defense, with as healthy as it is right now, sky's the limit for it. And if Deshaun Watson plays like he plays today, the Cleveland Browns are legitimate Super Bowl contenders. But I don't think Deshaun will be able to play on the road with what home fans are gonna yell at him and get into his head about. And that's just my take on the Browns situation. They look great today. Jerome Ford looked great today. Pass behind Devontae Adams, still catches it for a first down over the middle. 2:01 on the clock.
Because of course he does.
Yeah. He ended up in my fantasy football top 12 list when I released it over the preseason, and whoever was on the podcast, rightfully so, asked me oh, you believe in Jimmy Garoppolo? And I was like, no, I just believe in Devontae Adams. He's just, I don't care who's throwing him the football. He's just gonna.
he'll find a way to catch it.
Yeah.
And get some yards.
Yeah. Yeah. And if not, the team will figure out how to get the ball in his
Well, that's when he was on the injury report this week. It was so that would have been reasonable to expect this outcome of the game. But with him there, I'm a little bit shocked they're not doing something. Again, they have Jacobs, they have Adams,
I'm seriously
they have
concerned about
Myers.
Jacobs at this point. This is
He's not doing well.
No.
Devontae Adams, 9 receptions for 127 yards and a
Jesus
touchdown.
Christ.
That's outrageous. Jimmy Garoppolo makes some time in the pocket, runs for a first down slide.
Hey.
A little bit awkwardly, takes a knee to the helmet. Incidental. 55-54 on the clock here in the third quarter. Hey! We're almost there.
Getting there.
We're almost 3 full quarters through this game. And the best quarter of every football game is the fourth quarter. So in a second, we're going to put our fours up. We are going to take a 90-second break. and we will be right back with y'all for the start of the fourth quarter. As soon as the third quarter ends, we're still here with you.
And we're not done yet.
Josh Jacobs in the backfield.
Oh, big sack.
And I have a feeling that is going to be the end of the third quarter here.
Cool.
15 seconds left on the play clock. Big sack. We are going to eat some health bowls if we're Anthony Ramos.
Oh, yeah.
If we're tough people like me and Miles, maybe we'll get another beer.
Yeah.
And we will watch the fourth quarter. Four's up, Miles. Fourth quarter. Hey, look at us.
We're suffering through it with y'all.
Stay
All
tuned.
4 of you. 4 of you for the 4 quarters of football.
Stay tuned. Do not go anywhere. Put on night driving for that. We're unmuted.
Starting with the flag.
And the music's off. And we're back, everybody. Four's up, Anthony Ramos.
Right there.
Fourth quarter. We've made it.
I don't have anything for you, Boston.
14:50 on the clock. There's a holding flag on the offense
What do you have?
on Donald Parham.
Just tears apart all of his toys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Typical dogs.
I don't know exactly what that is. That seems like a wipe. It doesn't seem like a thing you should be playing with, but who knows? You know, Anthony Ramos.
It seemed like cloth.
It does seem like cloth.
Did you guys know that we could be watching Jeopardy right now?
We honestly might just change this to a Jeopardy podcast. Would y'all mind playing just like one round of Fibbage before y'all leave? Because I
What?
like that game. Fibbage?
God damn it! If we can play it now.
No, because I want to force my other friends to do it with us. Because I love.
I was debating bouncing at the end of the third quarter, so I'm gonna bounce at the end of the fourth.
No.
Yeah. I got
This game is so good.
That's why I stayed.
You'll have a tough time falling asleep. A tough time falling asleep tonight. After how exciting this game has been. I mean,
I was debating the same thing.
the Raiders are.
See, if I knew you, that was the truth, then we could have both done it, and that would have been funny.
That would be funny. I would have carried the whole episode by myself.
You carry every episode. You're good. Come on. Come here, Boston. You got Boston by your side. You know you're going to be okay.
Great catch on the sideline. Jacoby Myers.
But it's raining, so I don't want to drive too
It is raining really hard out right now, so I'm also really feeling great about my internet connection as it is right now. Just for the record, if they're streaming Jeopardy downstairs off YouTube TV, we're watching YouTube TV off my laptop, which is not even hardwired into the Wi-Fi. It's just Wi-Fi. You know who else isn't hardwired in? Jimmy Garoppolo as he drops back.
Oh my god,
that looks like a decent
Pass
attempt.
dropped on 4th and 5. And that feels like kind of the game. Feels like kind of the game's over now, officially. But
That's very early to feel like the game, though. Like, you've been saying that since, like, the second drive.
If Pittsburgh scores here, then it's over.
No.
I'm not even saying you're wrong. I just feel like you've been saying this feels like the ball game since Jimmy Garoppolo picked the ball up.
Yeah, it sure did. You really got that sense very early on into this game that Jimmy Garoppolo is not going to be able to hang out with the ultra high-powered Matt Canada Pittsburgh Steelers offense fueled by Kenny Pickett. You know, that's something you expected. Well, it will be interesting to see what kind of play Jalen Warren gets the rest of this fourth quarter. That's exciting, especially if you have him in best ball. You can get some good points out of Jalen Warren here, who hopefully you were drafting all offseason. But other than that,
So right now,
not a lot of reason to be
with
excited.
everything that we've seen today, and still 2 games tomorrow to see, that one might be a contender in this, who is the worst team currently in the NFL?
I think it's got to be the Bears.
I think that's... if you would have asked me last week, I would have tried to argue the Cardinals.
No chance. They're not even like the third worst team in the NFL.
Not after today.
Yeah, they're like a slightly below average team. It feels like the Cardinals. The way Josh Dobbs is playing, I think Mike Wilson's a real stud. I think their offensive their offensive line has been like really the surprise of that team, because if you just put an offensive line together with like a half decent quarterback, which Josh Dobbs is better than a half decent quarterback, you're gonna have some production. And you got James Conner over there too. It's a little bit more of a confident.
I worked on this commercial.
Did you?
I drove Patrick Mahomes to and from his trailer.
But not Justin Herbert.
God damn it.
Also, Jalen Hurts was supposed to be on the call, but he lost the Super Bowl, so he didn't get the endorsement.
That's right.
He got the Hulu Has Live Sports endorsement.
Who told me today that
Because he needs insurance.
I heard for the first time that someone watches sports on Hulu earlier today from.
Oh yeah, it was one of your friends.
Who was it?
Not anymore.
Yeah, you watch Hulu, you stupid idiot.
I use it for King of the Hill.
Go to my house. That is Texas. We live in Texas, so
Exactly.
we're King of the Hill. I have a propane grill, but I can also use charcoal.
Charcoal's better.
Yeah.
Oh, calm
Yeah.
down over there.
Yeah, but it's really easy to just put like
Propane's just so much easier.
a bunch
It
of
is.
weenies on a grill and just light them up in like 3 minutes, and then have like 24 weenies I can put in my mouth.
Yeah, dude.
Huh?
Just like college.
12:59, 58, 57 on the clock if you're trying to sync us up with you at home. Which, of course, you are. Why wouldn't you be? You're, even in hindsight, you're like, you know what I want to relive? I want to watch a watch party for the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Las Vegas Raiders. This is
in 2023.
This is a game I'm going to want to go back. This is an evergreen video.
What if the Raiders score right here? Like, I mean, they'd have to get a pick six, but like, what if it happened?
What if it happened? That would be sweet. You know what is sweet? Is Jalen Warren. Reception.
Like we've said it a few times, it does feel like the first down here is just like the nail in the coffin. Like
Yeah.
Jalen Warren is the nail in the coffin. Oh boy.
That person looks like he's been nailed in a coffin.
Dude, I'm telling you, I hate the way he looks.
Owner, billionaire.
It's a billionaire haircut.
Where's his hair?
His dad,
Weird.
I think.
Yeah. Well, maybe the Steelers are okay.
They seem better than the Raiders, which I would not have said last week.
Oh my god.
Another target for Jalen Warren. Way out of bounds.
This has been a rough game for me because I've realized I have a lot of good players on a really bad team.
Yep.
Which is that? Which is the Raiders?
No.
The Steelers?
No, I avoided drafting the Steelers.
Oh, you have a lot of Raiders on your team.
We got 3 of them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the good news is they'll be playing from behind a lot, so...
Wow, okay, yeah, you punt. Holy shit.
Raiders force a punt.
Turn it. Take it to the house.
Keeps things interesting.
That's where I live.
Just a touchdown and 2-point conversion. We're right back into it. Great punt, by the way. Don't mean to not pimp that punt.
Are kickers in general becoming just better at this game? Like they seem like
it feels like they're getting more powerful and the technique is getting a lot better. That's a really good point because, I don't remember, 5-10 years ago, punters being this dominant on certain teams.
Dude, I brought it up a couple times with the Jets game earlier. The Jets had a safety punt that he put him down within the 10-yard line. That's unheard of.
Yeah.
That's unheard of. Like, I've never seen that.
The punting game is really, and credit to like Pat McAfee, he kind of like took a bunch of different styles of punts and put them into one athlete. So he would do like multiple punts and have really good onside kicks. Really legitimately changed the punting game, which is commendable. But yeah, kickers seem to be better or worse than ever. Kind of like the haves and the have-nots, similar to how the quarterback position is now. And I think punters are kind of the same thing. There's just like 5 or 10 guys every single year that are just launching punts. And if you got them on your team, you realize how valuable that is. And if you don't have them on your team, maybe you don't notice. Like you just you air a punt out of bounds and you go pee and then you get back at half and you're like, oh, why are they starting on the 50-yard line? You just forget about it.
You're right. It's definitely the most underappreciated position. Like even the field goal kicker is getting more props than the punter.
There was a Chargers game, I think it was in the playoffs, where we literally won because our punter was just like getting us perfect field position to play defense from. Like we were constantly, every single punt was like within the 10-yard line.
It's like a turnover almost. Like a bad punt, that's like an interception basically. If you only have like a 20-yard punt. Reba McEntire, she still looks great, and her face didn't change, right?
Arguably, she looks better than Gwen Stefani does now.
Yeah, aged extremely well. Looks great, still funny, still with it. I'm a big fan of Reba McEntire. What about you, Anthony Ramos?
I don't really care for country music stars like that.
I'm not a fan of country music at all, but I'm a fan of her.
I like her for her, we're talking about Rhea McEntire. We're watching live Pittsburgh Steelers against the Las Vegas Raiders, sitting here in Dallas, Texas in a rainstorm, which is the only reason Miles Francis and Anthony Ramos are still with me. How are you guys liking the game so far?
Dude, this is the best game I've seen all year.
I will say I was watching some of the milk in your fridge spoil earlier, and it was slightly more engaging, but this is good for 7 p.m.
11:31 on the clock. Jimmy Garoppolo drops back, pass over the middle, completed to Devontae Adams. for a gain. He's close to 200 yards on the.
I was literally just about to look it up.
Yeah.
He's really, really close to 200 yards after that play. Devontae Adams having an awesome game, which is why you draft him in fantasy football.
Devontae Adams, 10 for 14, 153 yards, 1 touchdown, 6 receiving first down.
That might not be up to date.
37.3 fantasy points in full PPR.
Jesus.
First round leagues.
And point per first down.
Yeah.
We have a league that's point per first down and point per reception. It's
38.9.
yeah,
just
153. You're right, Miles. That was up to date. Pass again to
Oh,
Devontae, who was out on a screen for another cheap little 8-yard reception.
Meanwhile, Jacobs has 12 carries for 39 yards, 1 for 2 receptions.
Say that again.
Kobe Myers has
Say that-
5 for 9 for 70
Say that
yards.
Josh Jacobs stat line
12 carries, 39 yards, 1 for 2 receptions.
again. Oof.
Terrible.
Josh Jacobs. That's concerning.
That 1
man.
for 2 is for 6 yards.
Josh Jacobs' performance thus far is really concerning. Feels
Yeah,
very
it's not
reminiscent of when Ezekiel Elliott held out and then just never looked the same again. You know, after that
Which,
contract
like,
negotiation.
part of me though is like good for him because he's never going to get the opportunity to get paid as well as he has been.
Pass over the middle to Hunter. I think Hunter Renfrow for a first down. Yes, it is Hunter Renfrow.
The Steelers have
10:03
11
on
points
the
of
clock.
defense currently, which is again something just you would not expect from the Steelers.
Yeah, the Steelers have looked like a well-coached football team today.
2 interceptions, 3 sacks, and only 7 points allowed.
Yep. Run up the middle for Josh Jacobs for his
There's a
biggest
first
run of
down.
the game.
Wow, first down.
Gain a 10 on the play for a first down, Josh Jacobs. With a teeny tiny bit of running room.
But just
The
a
Pittsburgh
little
Steelers
too
defense
late.
not done great to stop the run thus far this season. The Browns ran all over them with Nick Chubb in the first quarter and then Jerome Ford in the second and third and fourth quarter of that game. Steelers haven't looked very good against the run thus far this season, and Josh Jacobs still struggling to break off anything of note. Jimmy Garoppolo in shotgun, Josh Jacobs to his right side. Maybe this is the run that gets Josh Jacobs loose. A gain of 1 on the play.
Maybe like a loose tendon or joint.
No, it's disgusting. I feels like he has a little bit of space to work with too, which is another reason to be concerned for someone who held out of most of training camp. Like, you still got to be disciplined and come in after your holdout healthy and in shape, and it doesn't feel like that's what we got.
And he got
Josh Jacobs.
sacked.
Sacked on the play. 8:27 on the play clock here in the fourth quarter. 24, 23, 22 on the game clock. And this is disgusting.
Yeah.
What an absolute shit show this is. Just
This is a-
pancake block on Mr. Watt didn't even matter. Like,
It's a very great Sunday night game.
second and 16 and second and 16 on the play. Sounds like it's wrong when I say it. It's not. Snap is away. A little bit of time, gets the ball out over the
Okay.
middle, flag on the play.
I saw that.
Probably be a push
Holding on
off.
offense.
Yep.
It'll probably be a push off, offensive pass interference. Oh no, they're gonna be. It's gonna be on the Steelers, according to Chris Collinsworth. So that's good news. That'll be an automatic first down. Here with 7:43 left on the clock, the referees are looking at each other, talking about stuff, really slowing down the game, which we really appreciate.
This is-
Yeah, you
Big
Those
lightning
sponsors.
outside, though. Big lightning.
This isn't slow enough.
What is it, like 2 a.m.? It feels like it's 2 a.m. This game has gone on forever. Holding, defense.
Wow.
Okay. I'm glad you guys took that much time to figure that out. Thank you for being so thorough. Holding on the defense. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think you're allowed to do that. Number 55, a big time hold over the middle for no reason.
A little butt grope for no reason there as well. A little acid
appreciate
trip
it.
on your TV. Someone dosed your TV.
Shout out to Peacock. All right, so we got a 1st and 10. Jimmy Garoppolo trying to put it within 1 score. Honestly, if they do score here and get a 2-point conversion, I'll stand up.
Shit.
Pass over the middle. Such a bad pass to Devontae Adams that he drops it. I think it hit Devontae right in the nuts. If we,
You hate to see that.
I hope they run that replay. Big lightning strike out the window here in Dallas, Texas. Spooky!
Oh, he can't quite hold it.
Did it hit him in the nuts though?
I don't think so.
Nope.
I think it did.
I don't think it did.
Look at him get up. I think it hit him right in the nuts. 7:18 on the clock, 2nd and 10. We're in the gold zone. Jimmy Garoppolo again in shotgun. Josh Jacobs runs out to the flat.
Ooh, goddamn.
Pressure over the middle.
Ooh.
Jimmy Garoppolo might not be getting up from that because he got absolutely leveled, and that's
He's gonna
a
get up.
flag.
Dude,
automatic
really?
first down. On the play, deal with it. That's the NFL in 2023.
Really?
Sorry about it.
What's the penalty?
Personal foul, roughing the passer, probably helmet to helmet. If I saw that
Dude,
right.
come
That's
on.
ridiculous.
Let's see the replay before we judge. Minka Fitzpatrick, that dirty player who ended Nick Chubb's career. Yeah.
What?
You're not really supposed to be able to do that. Yeah.
I see absolutely
I-
nothing wrong with that.
You can't put your forehead into the quarterback's ear hole. It's just not something you can do.
It
And
wouldn't
he
have been
didn't-
his ear hole if he didn't turn his face.
Well, it would have been his face mask if he did. That's the call that they're gonna call in the NFL.
That's
he kind
that's a
of
shit
lowers.
That is a
no,
shit
That ruins the game.
I disagree. I think that's a call you gotta have, and that's a call that's gonna set up Josh Jacobs for a
Then just put a
meaningless
flag. If that's gonna be
touchdown.
the call, put a flag on the quarterback. I don't want to see. If
Screen
you
pass to
can't
Kobe
make that
Myers.
contact,
For a gain of 8.
if you can't make that contact, then don't call it tackle football.
Well, you're the one who wants to take their helmets off.
I do. I legitimately think that would make for a safer game.
No. Josh Jacobs is going to score a meaningless touchdown here, and that's really what I'm here for.
Garbage time.
That's what I need.
Meaningless touchdowns, just solely based on opportunity. Josh
There he
Jacobs
goes.
But he still can't get it.
still
No.
can't get it. Just had to beat one guy. Literally had to beat one guy on the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. Couldn't do it. Couldn't avoid one tackle. That's not good. You kind of want your superstar.
Yeah, you want
running
him to
back
be able to break some ankles,
be
maybe
able
power
to
through.
Turn that
Maybe
into
just
a
decide
touchdown.
that he wants to be on that A, so he will be.
Yeah. Not good. Not a good look for Josh Jacobs just in general here thus far. But he's going to get another opportunity here. Give it to Josh. Come on. Give the guy a chance. Or give it to Devontae Adams. Probably, yeah. Devontae is going to Devontae. Touchdown.
Wow.
Nope. Who could have seen that coming?
46 points for Devontae. Currently.
Fucking stupid.
He's got me up to an 8% chance to win with my 1% star, guys.
If you're not...
What do you think? I just need Jalen Hurts and Mike Evans combined not to make 15 points. That seems reasonable.
When you see Devontae Adams motioning out to be alone, man on man following him across the field, you're like, well, that ball's going to Devontae. Okay, this is a big play here.
They're going for 2.
This is a big play here. Make it interesting. Make it interesting. Make it interesting. Make it interesting. Ball's up. Throw the flag.
There it is.
Yes.
There it
They
is.
did get the flag.
They got the flag. All right. This is to make the game a 1-score game in the fourth
Interesting.
quarter. If we don't get this, we can't even pretend to be excited for the rest of the game.
Exactly.
5:41 left on the clock here. It'll be a retry on the 1-yard line. Jacoby Myers got the target on the
See,
Yeah,
play.
another
do
time
that.
where if you have Josh Jacobs, you would think that you would be able to rely on your star running back to get 1 yard for you, but I don't trust him in this spot.
Nope.
This game stinks. Come on!
if this were Christian McCaffrey, you wouldn't even think twice.
Come on, Josh Jacobs. Come on, Josh Jacobs. You're worth $12 million a year.
Wow.
Touchdown. Or 2-point conversion is good. Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
All right. So we got a game here.
But they chose to fake it to Jacobs. We'll point out.
5:41 left on the clock. The Steelers' offense has not been great. And how hilarious would it be? How funny would it be if the Steelers blow this on prime time?
I wouldn't be surprised, but at the same time, it would be fucking hilarious.
I would be
I
surprised.
feel like viewership will be the same. I feel like most people, America has checked out to this game. Either because they had too many beers during the afternoon games, or because they're just bored. America has checked out of this primetime game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that noon slate was just. I would like to honestly
Fire.
just go back and just relive Red Zone for the whole noon slate.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really watch Red Zone at the time. I was watching the Browns and the Lions.
Funny
absolutely
enough,
dominate
dude, Chargers Vikings would have been a great Sunday night
I
game.
can't wait to rewatch that game.
Yeah.
I had it on as one of my screens, but it was like the third game I was watching.
The Green Bay game was great. The New York Jets game was bad, but ended closer than it should have.
I had the Jets on the bottom screen, so I sort of watched the Jets and the Patriots. But the Green Bay game I did not have on at all, so I need to totally rewatch that one. Yeah, excited to get back into the film room and just kind of grind some tape on Monday as much as I can. Got a busy day tomorrow. Got like 8 patients coming in, like 3 new patients, so gonna be pretty miserable, honestly. But I'll watch football in between.
What a life.
No. A lot of talking tomorrow. I want to talk.
A lot of talking.
I just want to dance. And watch football. And take notes on them.
I'm about to fucking do some parlays tomorrow.
Where you parlaying?
I don't know, I haven't taken a look at what they're offering on Prize Pick yet.
I have a little bit of action tomorrow. I think I'm in the green so far this year after the Patriots win. So I had the most invested in that. But I'm actually like even on the day. I think I'm 2-2 on the day. I just had a big bet on the Patriots.
If the
Minus 2.5.
Steelers score here, then I'm gonna dip. But that was kind of a weird penalty. That's
I think that's a good call. I think you're not allowed to do that anymore.
I still stand by that's a terrible fucking call and a stupid. If it is the rule, it's a stupid fucking rule.
it is.
Yeah, but
There's literally nothing. There's nothing dirty. There's nothing malicious. That is just 2 grown men running into each other, which is what this game is based on. You can't have your cake and eat it too. The NFL.
sounds like the Terry McCulley is with you, Miles Francis. He says he didn't think it was a good call. All right, come on, Matt Canada.
We've talked about this off air, maybe on, but I legitimately do subscribe to the idea of a helmetless game. I think that makes for a safer product. I do think that this is a stupid fucking idea in general that we have grown men slamming their brains into each other. But ultimately, like I've said before, if we are all going to collectively agree that we want football, then we're going to have to understand that football comes with some pretty fucked up consequences.
Yep.
And
fun.
just like consequences, Kenny Pickett throws a dangerous ball on an out route, almost intercepted. Again, Max Crosby, because he has cool tattoos, is always going to be highlighted. Also, he's always highlighted because you're always getting pressure on Kenny Pickett, of course.
Do you think Spirit sells Max Crosby tattoo sleeves for Halloween?
I would love to dress as Max Crosby for Christmas.
I thought you were going as Ken,
I am.
because you are Knuff.
I am Knuff.
You say he's a Canuck?
Najee Harris, an exciting 2-yard run up the middle, 3rd down for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we got a game. I mean, I should be excited.
I know,
There's
that's what
literally
I'm
no
saying.
reason not to be excited except for the fact that this game sucks.
All right. This is a big play here. If the Raiders stop them, they'll get the ball back with 4.5 minutes on the clock, 3 timeouts in their pocket, down 8 points, a touchdown, and a 2-point conversion to tie it. And God forbid we'll get overtime. For 2 teams
A lot
that
of whistles happening.
no chance of making the playoffs.
Boston seems very excited about this too.
Why wouldn't he be? He's a dog. He's excited about other stupid shit.
Yeah, dude, it was this or licking his own butthole. Which I know what I would pick.
I would rather listen to Mike Tirico. Chris Collinsworth. I love that they're going to them and they're also having to act like they're excited about this game.
Chris Collinsworth always cracks me up. So here's a guy.
I can really relate. I've grown to hate Chris Collinsworth. I really respect him, but his smugness and just his company's smugness, Pro Football Focus, just really is a big turnoff for me personally. You know who's not a big turnoff for me? Jimmy Garoppolo, number 10, for the Las Vegas Raiders. He's so hot.
This is just like you said. This is a big down.
It's a big play.
But I don't
Like
know.
I said, but do we care? No. Throw over the middle,
Wow. Oh
broke
my
it
God.
up. That'll be 4th and 8, which will keep the Raiders'
In the game.
hopes alive to go 2-1, start the season with a winning record after 3 weeks.
I told you, dude. This is battle of the mid.
Yeah, you really did.
Like-
You really did call it. None of any of these teams' performances gives you any hope. It's close to being blocked. Looked like the punter went down. I don't know if there's a flag on the play for running into the punter. Good return on the play. Almost to midfield for the Las Vegas Raiders, who are playing another away game in their own stadium in Las Vegas.
That's how I feel about Chargers games all the time.
Yeah, I hear Rams fans are a little bit better. Probably has to do a little bit with the Super Bowl that they won
Yeah.
in their town. So
Yeah, Chargers fans are pretty sparse.
yeah, they're probably pretty sparse when they were in San Diego, right?
Yep.
And now they moved to like a less good football town. Bold move. Probably should just move to Austin or something. I don't know. Not an expert. Anyways,
The Austin
Justin
Chargers.
Herbert is on a lot of TV boxes right now, which I do appreciate. Pass over the middle completed. Jacoby Myers, gain of 5 on the play. Oh, that was Josh Jacobs. I'm sorry.
Ooh-wee. He's doing something.
4, 18, 17, 16 on the clock. Jimmy Garoppolo again in shotgun. Josh Jacobs to his right. Jacoby Myers in the bottom of the screen. Looks to Devontae Adams, who's,
Wide
guess what?
open.
Wide open.
Who could have seen that coming? Devontae Adams just being wide open by 8.5 yards
Jesus Christ.
on 2nd and 5. That's pretty useful if you're
All right, Jacoby Myers and Josh Jacobs have a combined 19 points
Uh-huh.
versus Devontae Adams at 49.2 points.
yeah.
And I'm still losing.
Great game for Devontae.
I'm up to 11% chance to win, guys.
Throw over the middle to Josh Jacobs in the
Keep
dirt.
going to Devontae.
3:59 on the clock. Yeah, I'm wondering how much stake I have in Devontae Adams in best ball. Probably a lot, if I had to guess, based on where I had him ranked preseason. Hopefully over 20%. If you just randomly draft based on ADP, you'd average 8%
Go.
in best ball fantasy football.
Jesus, okay.
Okay, 2nd and 10 in shotgun formation. Jimmy Garoppolo has a hand on his back. He dodges it. Throws it to
To
Jacoby
Jacoby
Myers for a gain of 8 on the play. It'll be 3rd and short. 3rd and manageable. Let's see what my exposure is on.
That was so close to a sack.
Watch it come through here. It's gonna be a sack here.
This is getting down to the wire, y'all.
It really is, and like even then, like
Josh Jacobs stopped
Does he get the
short.
first down?
No, he doesn't
Just
get
shy
it.
of it.
go figure.
Jeez, man. That just. If you're just joining us, 37, 36, 35 on the clock.
Not a
We're
lot of
watching
time
an
left
exciting
in the game.
finish to the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Las Vegas Raiders. 4th down and 1. Josh Jacobs, who has played horribly all game, behind Jimmy Garoppolo under center. Another QB sneak, maybe. There's lightning here in Dallas, Texas. Where we're recording. There's a flag on the play.
That's gonna
and
be a
that's
false
going to be bad. That's bad.
Jesus.
Snap infraction on the center. At home. I think the 3rd unforced penalty at home
Jesus Christ.
that this Raiders team has had. And you absolutely
And that
hate
takes
to
that
see it.
Garoppolo sneak just right out the door. Which was a legitimate, if nothing else, a decoy for this next play if they were able to run it.
They're just setting it up. They're just setting them up for a field goal. Why are they going for a field goal?
A field goal does nothing.
No! This better be a fake. A 48-yard attempt? This isn't even an automatic make. What are you doing? Don't kick this
Your
field
defense
goal.
has been shit this entire time.
Oh, he made it at least. 48-yard field goal.
Oh, great!
Good.
Now they're losing again.
Yeah, now they're still losing.
Oh, there's a flag too.
What's the flag on? What's the flag on?
This could get interesting.
Are they gonna? What's the flag on? Is what I'm wondering. There's a Raiders guy, number 69, which is a nice personal foul.
Wow.
Personal foul. That's gonna be 15 yards, automatic first down. They're gonna accept that. They're gonna pull those 3 points off the board. Just what they baited them into. They knew they were gonna get a personal foul, automatic first down.
That was why you would kick a field goal in that situation. It's the only logical thing.
Genius move out of McDaniels. That's like a 3rd tier.
Where is the personal foul coming?
Oh, he-
I think he lined up over the center
Yeah,
or
you
something.
can't launch yourself like that.
They leveraged him. You can't leverage like that. I don't know. Maybe it was a bad call. Who knows?
This is so stupid.
Wasn't worse
is
than
a
that
dumb
quarterback hit it a little bit
The
earlier.
whole game is a bad call, dude. Fucking
Terry.
Christ.
I can't pronounce that either.
I couldn't hear what Terry was saying.
I think it was Mike Lowry.
Mike Lowry.
Our rule expert says, who the fuck cares? First down, Raiders. I mean, honestly, better for the Raiders, even though they took those points off the board, which is why they accepted it. Play action to Josh Jacobs, who catches the pass over
Even
the middle.
they knew that it was a bad call to kick a field goal in that situation. They were like, "Yeah, what were we
Uh-oh.
thinking?
Uh-oh.
Oh no! Lightning
Oh, and
knocked
we just
us
lost
out.
signal.
We got knocked out.
Maybe that was the Peacock signal. Maybe that wasn't us. It feels like it was just the Peacock signal. But we are having big lightning strikes here in Dallas, Texas, and we might see a big lightning strike here in Las Vegas.
We're definitely losing.
We're definitely losing
We're getting a
signal
choppy ass
here.
ending on this choppy ass game.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Jimmy Garoppolo under center, throws it to guess who? Devontae Adams. Dumb play over the top of his head.
Dumb play, bad pass.
Dumb play, bad pass, bad combination. You hate to see it. Feels like we're not losing
But
signal.
even if this was a better thrown ball, that wasn't.
He's gonna get
There was
lit up.
0 win on that.
Yeah, feels like we didn't lose signal, so I think that was just the feed that we got.
Yeah.
I don't think that was our Wi-Fi, because I don't think we lost signal on YouTube. Either way, 2:31 on the clock, 3rd and 4. I mean, they just kicked a field goal for no reason, so I guess anything is not necessarily 4 down territory. Jacoby Myers goes into motion. Throw to the corner of the end zone, way out of bounds. Good
yeah.
effort on
Out
the
of
play.
bounds.
Out of bounds, 4th and 4.
You got to go for it.
They have to go.
The
for
Raiders have 3 timeouts left. I think you go for it because even if you get stopped here, then you just try and stop them and get the ball back anyway with 2 minutes left on the clock. Great effort by Jacoby Myers on that catch. Nowhere near. And they are sending out the field goal unit. Which is like why?
What is their thing? Like somebody explain their reasoning here.
I literally can't.
There isn't.
If you're sending out the field goal unit now, why did you accept that penalty?
Right? Yeah.
Just keep the 3 points.
Just keep your 3 points from earlier.
If you really just want that 3 points so bad, which the field goal's good.
Cool.
2:22 on the clock. 3 timeouts and a 2-minute warning still in your pocket. But
now
it's
you
like,
lost by 5. Neat.
yeah, is there like a spread implication that someone's trying to cover in Vegas? Like,
Jimmy had money on this game.
what? Yeah, seriously. Like, why? Why would you? Why? Is what my question would be. Why would you get that field goal there? 2:22. I mean, maybe egg on my face, but 4th and 4. You get the first down. You're counting on scoring a touchdown on that play, or if not, then from the goal line, you still gotta have a touchdown. It's like Chris Collinsworth just said. You still gotta get a touchdown.
This is so bad.
Seriously, like what? Was there somebody who had Raiders +8, so they had to kick that field goal there? Like seriously, why did that happen? Why did that happen? Other than gambling, right?
It's just bad coaching.
Yeah, I guess, but there seems to be a lot of money in head coaching in the NFL, and if you're just blowing game, I mean,
Another
takes
touchback.
away
Awesome.
through the end zone. I guess you're counting on this Pittsburgh Steelers offense to be anemic, like they have been all season. But I mean, they've scored 23 points. I think they've all been offensive scores, no defensive scores yet this game. So they're watching the replays here.
Penalties.
Lucky penalties. Pittsburgh Steelers kind of imploding, leveraging over the top of the long snapper, allegedly. All right, Pittsburgh. Kenny Pickett under center, so you know it's going to be a handoff in this situation. Najee Harris, a great run of 5.5 yards maybe on the play. Another big lightning strike here in Dallas, Texas, where we're recording. Timeout by the Las Vegas Raiders, I think is what we just saw. Yep. The graphics a lot
That actually
slower.
does make sense.
Oh, yeah. Graphics a lot slower. Amazon Prime Vision, their graphics are like, it's like AI graphics. It's crazy how fast they
I will
pop
say,
up.
I think Amazon does a great job of highlighting things on the field a little bit better as well.
Yeah, the Prime Vision is freaking sweet. Kenny Pickett walking off the field, number 8. I did say I like number 8 at quarterback. I don't like his number 8. I just don't like the Steelers. I mean, if I'm honest, but here we are. Steelers up 8 with the ball for no reason. Handoff up the middle to Naj. He gets hit short of the first down marker. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Call timeout again.
Another timeout called on the play, which makes things really interesting. Comes down to this play, really. Big thunder strike.
Oh boy.
Lost our signal again on the TV.
Oh, there it is.
Haven't lost the signal on the stream, though, which is really interesting. Feels like it's a Peacock thing. Because it's running off the same laptop.
Peacock.
Yeah. NBC. Shout out. 2:12 on the clock. 3rd and 2. First down just about does it. Kenny Pickett alone in the backfield in shotgun. Rolls out to the left for a first down. Great play. What are you doing? Allen Robinson, number 11. And that'll be a 2-minute warning, and that'll just
Jesus.
about
Do
be
it.
all she wrote. 1 timeout left. The Raiders could get a stop, which just goes back So why did they kick that field goal?
100%. That was so stupid, dude.
Oh my god.
Like, if they would have just taken the 3 earlier, they would have had more time to come back.
So you kick the field goal, then you kick the ball away, and you're like, if we give up 1 first down, game over? Right?
Yeah.
That's like their best case scenario.
That seems like some pretty bad coaching, dude.
What an absolute blunder.
That's what I'm saying.
And Jimmy Garoppolo, good news for you, man. Look at how handsome you are. Bad news, you play for the Raiders.
Yep.
That stinks. That's hard to come back from. 2-minute warning. Raiders can still get a stop here. But if they get a stop, guess what they need?
A touchdown.
A touchdown.
Yeah.
So why do
Wild.
you kick that field goal? Unless you're playing for a safety
They
here?
can go with a safety and a field goal.
Yeah, I guess the big tackle in the backfield on
Whoa,
Najee
dude.
Harris.
Beast mode, but still can't do anything.
That'll be their last timeout.
That push off was sick, though. Like, that's the reason you
So
drafted him.
that's a big stop there if you're a Raiders fan. And if you do, God bless you. Praying for you. But
Yeah, dude.
Praying for you.
I'm an atheist and I'm praying for you.
the Pittsburgh Steelers kind of dominating right now. Kind of kicked shit out of the Browns too, which makes you think after seeing the Browns kick the shit out of the Titans today. Either the Browns can't play on the road, which I think is pretty likely. Browns can't play on the road
Seems like it.
with Deshaun and his whole issues. Or maybe the Pittsburgh Steelers are good, which is something that we always have to consider when Mike Tomlin is
I don't know if they're good.
Kenny Pickett, Jalen Warren, handoff up the middle, big pop, big bolt of lightning and thunder here in Dallas, Texas.
Very, very frightening.
It'll be 3rd and about 10, which is frightening if you're a Steelers fan, because the game is never over. If you...
Man, it should be more exciting. It really should.
It really should, but it doesn't feel like... It feels like they gave up with that field goal, right?
That field goal is just completely illogical in every way.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's like, fuck it.
Like even if they don't get the field goal, the Steelers still get the ball within the 20-yard line, right? And then you just get the stop again, and guess what? You still need a touchdown.
They
Stop
got
on the play. The clock will run down to approximately 20 seconds, and then they'll call a timeout. They'll punt it with 21 seconds on the clock. And with no timeouts, the Raiders are going to get the ball back, which is like pretty much their best case scenario when they kick the field goal, and then don't even elect to kick an onside kick. Kick the ball away, which is why we didn't get excited.
Well, and like they're in the red zone. Like they have a shot. They've got tools. That use them. Like give it a go. Like you
This is
said, worst case in that scenario, you have the defense in their own 15.
And it's disgusting. They take a delay a game or a timeout. Yeah, they take their last timeout. Or they have one timeout left, I guess. Take their second timeout. Oh boy. What a disaster. What a clusterfuck if you're a Raiders fan. Why do you kick that field goal? Why do you not go for a touchdown, go for 2? Could be tied right now. You get the ball back with 23 seconds on the clock. You try and kick a field goal to win the game. Instead, you elect to kick a field goal so you can maybe get the ball back after you kick it away. This punter is on a mission from God right now. Punts away. Big fucking ball.
Oh
Fumble.
my god, he muffed it.
Muff the punt, recovers it, it looks like. It'll be a first down.
That was almost. Not like it's ball game anyway.
That was a massive punt.
Yeah.
And yet another
Kickers
reason.
are on a different level this year, dude.
Yet another reason to like why do
Hunters
you
ate their Wheaties this season.
why do you kick that field goal? Why do you not try and get a touchdown there and go for 2? This punt, oh my god, off the face mask. What an embarrassment. That ball looks great in the Vegas lights though. It's like a lighter color almost.
That's
So
actually
well lit.
the dome projection of the football right now. We're not watching the live game.
Okay, and this is why you went for your field goal, Raiders fans. So you could be down by 5 with the ball.
With 90 yards to go.
90 yards to go, 12 seconds on the clock, no timeouts. This is why you elected to kick a field goal and then kick the ball away.
And pick.
So Kenny-
and game. That's it.
The Steelers can pick you off on the first play. And that's game.
What a game.
And thank you for watching. And this is your first
That
time
felt
watching.
so much worse than 23 to 18.
Wow.
That was bad. My name's Jamie Jakes. Thank you for watching with us. There are actually people watching right now. Anthony Ramos, if you'd like to promote anything. Miles Francis at Mr. Most Days Off. We'll be on a Halloween show together where we will be playing Harry Potter characters and roasting each other. We also promoted that show by having a funny Azkaban skit last week.
Yeah, that's
Anthony
right.
Ramos, what do you have to tell them?
Every Thursday at Reno's Chop Shop, got an open mic.
Shout out.
At 8 p.m. Showtime at 8:30. Got a couple shows coming up in October. November 4th, Sam Miller's going to be in town. He'll be at Reno's. It'll be a lot of fun. So hope to see y'all there.
Please subscribe to the channel. My name is Jamie Jakes. You can follow me at drjamiejakes on Instagram. You can follow me at JAMJKS on Twitter, where I now have over 600 followers because I had one good tweet. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment. We'll see you Wednesday with a gambling podcast and another topical show.
Yeah,
Thank you and good. This camera right here for the dog. Thank you. And playing music, dance pop for the dog. And good night.